Hello and welcome to episode 50. What
What happened to ho ho ho?
Right. Ho ho ho.
A bit of feeling into it.
Ho ho ho.
Ho ho ho!
Use hold me in. Hold me in. Pose.
Hold me in.
I'm not bringing them over until actual Christmas.
Just
mate.
like
It's your gift.
like ho 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 ho, and I'll do the intro.
No, just say ho ho ho. Go on, you're the host this week. You need
You're the ho ho host.
to.
I'm here today with Hamish
Hi everyone.
and Dom.
Hey guys!
Hamish is really impatient to open this Christmas cracker he's got.
I do. I have
Look at
a.
the size of it.
It's a big one. It's picked
Oh,
up before.
Oh.
Yeah, that was good. That sounded awfully like a can.
Oh well, it's just a newfangled Christmas cracker.
Alright.
It's just.
For the jokes on the outside holding it.
That was pretty good.
Hamish is like, oh, it started so quickly.
I don't think a lot of people like overseas know about Christmas crackers, because I was watching a thing about it was The Rock and Kevin Hart,
Yeah.
and they were on BBC Radio or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
and they were being shown like a traditional British Christmas, and
All those
they had no
motherfuckers.
idea what Christmas crackers were.
Really?
They weren't even like opening them with each other. They were like opening themselves. And it
Was
was
the Rock's one's just like disintegrating in his hands?
falling apart, and Kevin Hart had to open one end and then run over to the other end and that, you know. Open
Well, it's pretty small.
Good guy.
That's weird about Christmas crackers though.
Yeah.
Right, I think it's been a while since the last time we've recorded.
In case you can't tell, this is our Christmas episode.
Yeah. Well, obviously it comes out at Christmas.
Does it?
Yeah.
Will it?
And
Should it?
Depending on how quick
it's
you can
Christmas
eat
themed.
it.
Yeah, it's very Christmassy. I'm even wearing a Christmas jumper.
Dom's wearing a Christmas. I'm wearing a Christmas jumper.
Yeah.
No, you're not.
It's like a Goku on it.
Exactly.
It's Christmas every day when you wear Goku.
And he loves. Have you never seen the Dragon Ball Abridged?
You know, I've never seen Dragon Ball.
You have. I've made you watch it.
When? I must have blanked out.
You were drunk. You were drunk.
Same thing.
Right, this is the Christmas episode, so we've got special things happening later on with our Christmas memories.
Yeah.
Spoilers, mate.
The ones that I can remember and Dom can remember and Hamish's mum had to tell him afterwards. And then we've got listener Christmas memories,
Yeah.
which is weird because I didn't think we actually had listeners.
We do. Which
Just
is
like
good.
Hamish's mum, my mum, Dom's brothers.
Yeah, that's
all
why we got so many.
56 of them.
That's why we got so many lists.
We had to cut this down. A list of thousands.
It was all the same memories though. Just sitting around the one game console.
Guys, we know we've heard this.
Yeah. And then I take a turn, and then I take a turn.
Everybody, oh, take that on.
Right, guys, it's been a while since we recorded, so you must have been up to some gaming and watching of, media
Stuff.
since last time.
Yep.
Is that a robotic enough intro to that?
Very romantic.
You've watched things that other people are interested in.
Yeah.
Right, who will I start with?
Oh, who are you looking at?
Dom.
Yeah.
Starting with me?
You looked
Start
right
with
at me, said, eeny, meeny, miny, moe, and I was like, dumb.
Yeah, I wanted to keep you on your toes.
Yeah, man.
Dom, have you been playing or watching anything exciting lately?
I've been playing a few things, man.
Good, thanks for letting us know.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Play that game.
I ended up starting Teppen, the card game from Capcom.
Oh, is it a
I've been playing it
mobile
on the
game?
mobile one, but I've been playing it on my tablet for it, and I've been really enjoying that. Active card game. I've not really played like Hearthstone or any of these sort of card games before, so it's like a good introduction to that. Plus, it's like a lot of Capcom characters that I like. So it's like anything from Street Fighter to Devil May Cry, all the way through the cast Mega Man, anything,
That's pretty cool.
Monster Hunter, stuff like that. It's really fun.
Do you know what I thought that was when I first saw it on the Android store?
Yeah.
I thought it was someone ripping off Tekken.
Yeah, I thought that.
I was
as
like,
well.
oh, this is an Android rip-off of some popular franchise. It's called Teppen instead of
They've
Tekken.
changed it very slightly.
Then I saw Ryu on it, and I was like, oh, look, they've got Ryu in this rip-off.
And then you realise that.
Oh no, it says Capcom underneath it.
Yeah. So I've been just I played a few others.
Terrible name it's got.
Yeah, really strange name. I'm not sure
Surely
what it means. 'Cause it does have a
something.
yeah, it does have a story and stuff like that too. But I've not really played that much. I've only played like 2-3 hours on it. So yeah, but I've been enjoying that. But
What kind of card game is it? Is it like you battle someone else? Or?
yeah, so you sort of have a deck of cards that you have to sort of buy
Is like gacha with it, like everything's gacha on phones.
Yeah, basically like that, but it's all stills. There's no movement for it. It's
Oh.
like you do get movement, but it's when
It's
action
kinda
happens.
lazy.
But it's when they do their special attacks. So Ryu's Hadoken. It's him just standing. So it's him just standing idle, and then when he does his Hadoken, he moves, slowly to it. But the artwork's really nice for it.
Alright.
So you're like, okay, but it's just a card game. It's nothing when you're spending that much time on. You're
How
there
much
to make
money?
money.
How much money have you put in it?
None, because like I've only been playing a few hours of it.
Alright, okay.
But the ones what I've been putting most of my hours into is Luigi's Mansion 3.
Ooh.
Got it and got it a week or so ago. Completed it like quite quickly because I was just playing it
Because
constantly.
you were playing it a lot, was it quite short or?
It was if you didn't do the side stuff,
Mm.
but I was trying to do all the sides and get all the booze and stuff like that. It was
Yeah,
really good.
100%.
No, I'm not 100%.
You do get a lot of booze, to be fair.
Yeah.
So how long is Luigi's Mansion?
I'd say about 12, 16 hours.
It's
That's
quite
alright.
long.
Yeah.
I think the first one I completed in like 6 or 8 hours, something like that. Some was pretty short, it was like 2-sitting game.
Yeah.
It was still excellent. I don't think it was 100% I completed it, but
Really.
got to the end.
I've heard it's quite easy. Like
Yeah.
there's no real challenge in it.
No, it's not really like for that. It's just more like nods and stuff like that to
Just
other games.
entertaining.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, it's not just Mario that's captured. It's
Ooh.
everybody. And I'm like, all right, okay. But then they say like they split up the toads. There's like a yellow, blue, and red, like original toad.
Alright.
And it's like you got to go and save them, and you're all right. And then one of them goes missing, and you're like, it's just all padding, and you're running about the lifts all the time. You're like, fucking hell, just let me beat them. And it's like, no. And then this cat comes in and annoys you, and then takes one of your
Spoilers.
keys and stuff like that. And oh no, it's a complete pain in the arse.
So what's is it got how it's a Game Boy Horror in the first one, and I think there's a Game Boy a DS in the second one. What's the other?
3DS for it.
Is it a 3DS in this one?
Yeah, it's more like that, but gives you a bit more like freedom to run about the hotel and that for it. So basically, this hotel is they didn't really describe how or why they were at this hotel. Like, but one of the opening scene of it I thought was hilarious, and no one else has really talked about it.
Mm.
Is that they're driving on a bus and it's Toad that's driving, and all you see is the top of Toad's head with his big wheel. And just him like flashing about the place. I'm like, why is no one talking about how like insane that is that they're all here sitting on the bus like, oh, Luigi's sleeping. And this Toad's just it's like, well, all the bodies he's probably just ran over on the way to this hotel. But when you get to the hotel, it's all obviously there's ghosts that are there, but they're all wearing like V for Vendetta masks. And you're like, that's clearly a ghost that's right there, and they're all pure, look, hey, like, cake. And Mario's like, hey, and then Luigi's puppy comes, the ghost puppy, ghost mutt comes through and eats it and all that, and they're like, oh, this place. I'm like, but there's clearly ghosts everywhere. What the
What I'm getting for what you said about it not being that long and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of Switch games get criticised for being £50.
Yeah.
When there's maybe a £30 game in there. It's like
Oh,
it's not as
yeah.
not as much content as the other games.
Yeah, it's not much bang for your buck, as they would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to pay 50 for Luigi. If I'm
Well,
gonna
I
pay
did- I
50,
did-
I want Mario.
But I didn't pay 50 for it.
I want number one.
I only paid 35 for that on Amazon.
35?
Yeah, I only got it for 35 on Amazon.
Oh, so it is a budget title.
Yeah, I'd say
yeah.
it did. I was, as I said, that's why I was like, I actually did enjoy it because I didn't think that I wasted my money, and I did get my money's worth from it.
Was it a sale or anything? No.
No, that's all
That's
right.
surprising. I thought Luigi's
liked-
Mansion was a full price game.
I don't think that's a good way to measure a game anyway. Like,
No.
But I know what Hugh means by it
A lot-
from like a lot of the Switch ones like that will never depreciate in value because
Yeah.
like
They
One
never
Two
do.
Switch is a good example. That's
Yeah.
still
That's
high
a full
prices.
price game, and
Yeah.
it's
15
if
minutes
it,
long.
was,
Maybe.
if it was on any other console, it'd be a third of the
$6.99
price
or
off.
something
A third of the price off.
Yeah.
Like when I buy PS4 games and I buy indie PS4 games, they're all like $17.99.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like the content isn't AAA.
Yeah.
It's not like Mario Odyssey.
Yeah, I get what you mean, but
And I want Mario. If I'm going to pay money, I want Mario.
Mario's in the game, but
Luigi's second best.
so you've never bought a game without Mario in it now?
there's like
As I look around this games room with like 3,000 games in it. or
Like
something.
I put Mario in all of these games. I call all my characters Mario.
you playing the Mario games. There was
I want to play that game. So
it's fun. No, like
seeing as I lent you Astral Chain, I want
Yeah.
back. I
Yeah.
play that. I want Luigi's Mansion 3.
Of course, man.
I
I'll
want
definitely
that.
give you that.
I want it.
Is worth a playthrough.
You don't need to blackmail him. Like, I'm sure he will let you borrow.
Now,
no.
do you know what the thing is? I finish games here.
I finish games. I'm
I don't know.
shut up. I'm just about to tell you how I finished another game. I think you finished the same game, so we can discuss it at length.
But we can't spoiler in front of
Ah.
What is the game you played?
Jedi Fallen Order.
Oh, Jedi Fallen Order.
And the ending is so fucking cool in it, man.
The ending is badass.
See, I finished it and I didn't think anyone else had finished it, but I was like writing the group chat immediately like, has anyone else finished this? I want to talk about it. It's so fucking cool.
I got
man.
finished it the night after you, and I was like, I kind of had it. I had it spoiled for me actually because of the trailer that they put another trailer out with that scene in the trailer, and I was like,
That's shite, man.
what the fuck?
Yeah, that's kind of shit. But then I should be getting that tomorrow from one of the boys in work.
Alright.
He says he was going to, so I could fire through that. What is that? A 16-hour game?
Yeah,
20
20-ish hours
Aye.
and a lot more. Well,
It
I'm
depends if you want, like, I was trying to get everything, all the wee secrets as I was going.
Yeah.
So it took me a lot longer, but see if you were just going through the actual story, I'd probably do it in 20, probably less than 20.
I did have a wee look at it, and I did get a go of it eventually, and I really did like it. But that was on the Xbox One X, and it
looked
looked
amazing.
gorgeous for it.
that's what we've got. And the see when you're playing it, don't go for the story first.
Aye, of course.
And I was trying to do it as well, where you go for the secrets and the
It's kind of pointless because there's bits where
Yeah.
you won't be able to get to anyway until you know how to do certain things. So you're going to need to go back there anyway at some point.
Right, I guess we're on Star Wars now.
Yeah, we'll just jump into that because that was the only game I completed. Just,
Yeah, Luigi's Mansion 3. I'm definitely gonna get that. Off.
yeah, of course.
But me and Hamish have completed Star Wars Fallen Order. What did you think first, Hamish? And I'll tell you my opinion.
About the game as a whole or what?
Yeah, go through it if you want. Like, did you enjoy it? What was it technically like as well? Because I've got problems with that.
Some of the movement felt a wee bit clunky sometimes. See, like the interacting with things, I found quite annoying sometimes. But overall, like, it looked really nice. Apart from, I think we talked about it on the last one. See my fucking lightsaber not scorching stuff.
Yeah, that is annoying.
It just takes you out, man.
It's like it just clips through
Aye.
material it doesn't actually do. My problem I had with it, it just felt unfinished, like a bit unpolished. In some places, like I enjoyed the game, but I thought, God, this needs another another couple of months of like looking at these little parts. Like I had a lot of like texture pop in, and like the other day when I loaded it up to try and get the achievements, like it just started running terribly, and I thought it was my Xbox, so I restarted it. Then when I got back in, like characters like pop in and T-pose, and textures would pop in and stuff. And I don't know if I've done something.
Yeah, I never had any of that.
I also had I was on Dathomir, and I was trying to get one of the secrets, or whatever, and I jumped over something I maybe wasn't meant to jump over, and then all the walls in that level just completely stopped working. So I was sliding down a large hill,
And you couldn't do the wall run.
and I came right off the slide and fell through the map for at least 5 or 6 minutes. And like it was T-posing and just falling, and then like I would look up with the camera and the level would be hundreds and hundreds of feet above me, and I'd be like, I think I fucked this.
You think?
So again, I had to restart. And you know the most annoying thing with this game, it doesn't autosave. It only saves in.
No, it does a bit. It does a bit autosave.
Doesn't. I haven't noticed any autosave. Well, maybe after events.
Aye, like checkpoint kind of
But
bits, but when you need to do the meditation thing, you actually save it properly.
Yeah, which can be annoying if you're like the other night I was like, right, I'm kind of done, so I need to find like a checkpoint, and I was like, I'm fucking miles away from any checkpoint.
Oh, because you have to. I
There's
remember
no
Scott
fast
telling me
travel.
that.
No
Yeah, he
fast
says
travel
it's a
whatsoever.
complete nightmare because you could be at the arse end of the map and you'll have to go through all the jumps and the you have to force pull everything.
I understand that at the beginning of the game,
Aye, because
but see once you complete it,
Yeah, but
fast travel should become available, I think.
you do obviously unlock shortcuts and stuff like that, but it takes not much off of it. It's
You also
still a
need
lot of work.
knowledge.
You need to know. Even and looking at the map, I wasn't a fan of the map.
No,
yeah,
it
because
wasn't.
it's weird, isn't it? It's like a blue sort of.
It's as if it's
Hologram,
a hologram,
hologram, yeah,
because
but
it's your wee robot, the BD1.
Yeah, he's
he's
pretty
meant
badass,
to
I
be-
like him.
He is cool, but he's meant to be projecting it, so it's like. But
Hit you with the
sometimes
stim
it's-
packs like that.
Yeah, stim packs.
sometimes it's just awkward to look at, and you need
Yeah.
to rotate it, and you're like, right, is that above that? Is that where the fuck is this? But there were a couple of things, but overall,
I like the soundtrack for it. Like again,
Yeah,
like, it's really well orchestrated.
I think everything
Stuff like
Star Wars has got a great soundtrack.
Yeah.
Overall though, it was fun. I enjoyed it, and you could feel like a real badass, like doing some of the moves and stuff like that. See if you got like a cool flow going with your combat. You know, when
Yeah.
you're deflecting bolts while you're taking down people and stuff like that. And it was fun. I enjoyed it. I
So,
definitely liked it.
do you think that you enjoyed it more because you've been so starved for a single player Star Wars
Yes.
game? Yeah. Or
I'd have been far more critical of this game about its like annoyances, like the
Uh-huh.
like the texture pop-ins and like the game just not running properly.
Mhm.
And if I had you know a couple of Star Wars games that I liked between I think the Force Awakens,
Yeah.
not the Force Awakens. What's the one for the Xbox 360?
Jedi Academy,
No,
Knights of the
the
Old Republic.
Oh, it's
No.
Force Unleashed.
Force Unleashed.
Yeah.
Sorry, Force Awakens, Force Unleashed.
Yeah.
Like the
Force
first
Awakens is the
Force.
film, mate.
I know. Mate, they all have names that are ridiculous. So, like the first Force Awakens.
Force Unleashed.
Force Unleashed.
Ah, my god. The first one I really enjoyed, and do you know what? They're very similar. And
Yeah.
I think we could add like loads more between then and now.
Yeah.
We could add loads of Star Wars games. I hope this is the start of like
Something.
a new series.
Well, I think it did sell well, so
It sold really well, didn't it?
So I don't see why they would just turn around and go, "Oh well, we've done that." So
But then they'll probably turn around and go, give us goddamn Titanfall 3.
Yeah, I want Titanfall.
Yeah.
How happy were you when you seen about with Titanfall 2 going free on PSN and the servers were up at like 100,000?
No, I didn't actually know that.
Did you not know
No,
that?
I
It was
haven't.
like people like were flopping, were going crazy, like in.
Oh, were
droves
they
to just-
realizing like, oh shit, this is actually a really fucking good
Yeah,
game?
because
Well,
again, like you were, I was told like when you were going on about it, how much you love it for it. I went out and got it quite cheap. I think I got it for a tenner.
Yeah, it went down in price like 2 weeks after it came out.
Yeah, because it was up against like fucking their own competition, but
I think-
still, like I was so happy that it did get, it is getting the fanfare that it deserves now. Even though it's like, when was Titanfall 2 out last year?
2016.
2016.
2016.
But it's now getting that sort of like exposure.
Well,
that it
I think it's
deserves.
because of Apex
I
as
was
well.
gonna say it,
Oh,
did,
yeah.
it did have a resurgence with Apex. Like even the Titanfall 2 servers did fill up a bit when Apex Legends came out.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
people were reminded, oh, like, oh, these guys make a good game, you know.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Like I really enjoyed Titanfall 2, and then when the servers started to drop off and you weren't getting great games all the time,
Yeah.
you kind of dropped. I think that was the last first-person shooter I probably enjoyed until we have been playing Modern Warfare online.
Yeah.
The new Modern Warfare.
Yeah.
And it's good, but I'm always like, this isn't as good as Titanfall 2.
It's-
It isn't as smooth. Like the movement is nowhere near as good. Like they've got a slide in this, like what you've got in Titanfall 2, but half the time it doesn't work.
Mm.
Like you're trying to do it and you're like, oh, I double tap B and it's not worked for me. I don't know what the fuck I've done wrong.
I think the main difference between Titanfall 2 and Modern Warfare, the new Modern Warfare, is, see, if you're playing Modern Warfare and you die and you lose the game, you're like, fuck, this is shite. But see, even if you lost in Titanfall 2, you're like, I'm still enjoying playing. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Whereas it's very contextual if you win or lose in Modern Warfare. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Just seems like that.
Sometimes it feels you get an absolute steamrolled in Modern Warfare.
You're
right?
like,
You're
what the fuck is the matchmaking all
I
about in
hate
this?
this. But like in Titanfall 2, I think more games need that grappling hook. See, we got shot a couple
You
of
love that
times,
grappling
and
hook.
you just grappled a roof and just slingshot your way right across the map. You're like, I'm gone, I'm out of there. Wait,
Nope. I'm
I'll
waiting.
always like hold the torch for Titanfall 2. But if they should get the support for EA now to do whatever the fuck they want.
Do you
It-
think that that's given Respawn?
Well, I think Respawn's got its own. It got a lot of power in EA.
They've got
like-
to now. See, after that, I mean, that's the best selling Star Wars game since EA's had the license, right?
As a studio,
Yeah.
I think they have more power than any other studio within EA because I'm 100% sure they wanted to add, microtransactions for
Yeah.
maybe
The ponchos.
ponchos and
cosmetics
skins and
like that
stuff.
for the ship.
But none of that was there. I mean, I stupidly bought the deluxe edition and
That's sexy poncho.
got fucking a poncho or something for an extra tenner. And I was like,
Yeah.
I don't even want to send this back because I want to play it.
Aye.
Fuck you, EA.
I mean, you see, because of EA Access, I got the deluxe one for about the same price, so I wasn't that fussed. But
Yeah.
it was pretty shitty additional stuff that you got. It was like a different colour for your poncho,
And the
your
lightsaber one?
lightsaber, and BD one in your ship or something like that.
What
But
way is that deluxe?
they weren't
though?
even that cool.
I think
Like,
they were forced to do that probably. They're just like, we're
Yeah.
going to do that, so we need to recruit this because we're going to obviously lose money and it's like gross. But then, you know what's going to happen. The sales will come out and says it's so below expectation. And you'll have
Has
that
it
sort of-
actually?
No, that you'll probably get that. See, like next year they'll probably say that
I don't
because
know.
they're expecting a much more. But then, see what even so with that game having the advert. Did you think it got advertised well?
I remember seeing it
I really didn't think it did.
I saw it in the cinema. Yeah, I saw it in the cinema too. Like that.
And the big poster I've seen in my work as well. Yeah,
Mm.
up for that. But
I haven't seen it lately, and you'd think they'd be pushing. I haven't seen
Especially
any.
for Christmas.
I haven't seen any Star Wars related adverts lately. And
do you know?
There's
even the movie.
Yeah, the trilogy's coming to an
To an
end.
Yeah,
I know there's a lot of toxic hate for The Last Jedi, but god damn it, just push it.
yeah. Do something. Like there's not even. I don't
Personally,
remember seeing it in
Last
cereal
Jedi.
boxes.
I liked it.
Yeah, I
liked it.
I've liked them as well. But I think
I'm not a massive, huge fanboy of Star Wars, but
Hmm.
I like it.
I really like Star Wars, but I think even the people that are like, oh, this isn't the same and stuff like that. It's not for you anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's for a new generation
Yeah.
of people. Like,
Yeah, they got to realize it's the same like with the prequels and that. They were for other people.
Oh,
I mean,
It
they were
wasn't
kind
exactly
of
the way I
they
wanted.
were supposed to be for us, but
mm.
I just didn't think they were. So they probably weren't really for us. They were for people younger than us.
I think each one of the newer trilogies, so the prequels and the sequels, they have primarily been for a new audience.
Yeah.
They're bringing more people in.
Yeah,
Also,
yeah, it has
like,
worked because
yeah.
a lot of people even now go, "Oh, episode 1 to 3 wasn't that bad." Hey man, I had Jar Jar. I was happy when I seen him,
Yeah.
in the Star Wars ride in Japan, man. I was like flipping out, and these Japanese people looking at me like I was crazy.
Because you like Jar Jar. And no one
It's
likes
like,
Jar Jar.
yeah, Jar Jar.
Do you remember how I was winding Jason up, who is a massive fanboy? Jason, my brother.
Yeah.
He's a huge fanboy of Star Wars, and I was going, if you have 8 films or 10 films, and only 2 of them are good, it's not a good series. As me beat just winding him up because I like a lot of those films,
Yeah.
but like,
Just
I think
like Batman.
critically, only A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back hold up.
Yeah.
Like according to snobby critics. It's
Oh, well,
not-
speak
Yeah.
beats for beats and how
and
the.
I like all of them. I really like Solo as well because
I thought Solo was awesome.
Yeah.
Solo was okay. Rogue One was really good.
I like Solo a lot better than Rogue One.
Yeah.
I thought
I
Rogue
just-
One was very sterile.
I
Like it just
didn't like the guy that played Solo. What was it?
Really?
What was his name?
Al
I don't know
Capone.
his name, but he was.
Alden Eldritch or something like that. Or,
Yeah.
he was just bland and
I thought he was cool,
one-dimensional.
man.
Nah. To take
What
one
about
of the-
Lando though?
Lando, yeah. Donald
Yeah.
Glover as Lando was.
See the only thing with that portrayal of Lando, like Donald Glover didn't bring any of his stuff to it. He just copied Billy D.
Yeah.
He's just
But
like,
he's-
I'm just gonna be Billy D, and you're like,
Well, he's playing a character that's already.
I know,
established.
but
Aye.
there's like playing a character, and then there's playing someone playing a character.
Yeah, but if
Yeah,
he
yes.
was too different, and people would be like, "How did he change so much from?"
I get that argument,
Yeah.
but again,
Star Wars fans are very fickle.
yeah,
yeah.
sometimes they're the fucking worst.
So apart
Come-
from Jedi Fallen Order,
Uh-huh.
I've been playing Pokemon. 'Cause I got a Switch. I
So
finally got a Switch.
That's only been like 2 years after everybody else got one.
Probably something like that.
Stop it though.
Yeah.
See that? Was that the song that was playing in the Pokemon Center? On
No,
Tokyo?
it was a Pikachu one. It was
And
horrible.
it was just playing over and
It's
over
like, oh,
again.
Pika, 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 and you're like that.
Sounds amazing.
No, it was fucking.
Not after half an hour.
It was crazy.
I wish they played just the Pokemon Center theme from the Game Boy.
I just want the Viridian City one. I thought Viridian City would be good. On the road to Viridian City.
We know too much about Pokemon.
Yeah.
Sorry, Hamish.
Anyway, so yeah, I finally got my Switch, and it was.
Did you get a Switch Lite, sorry?
No, it was full on Switch because
Nice.
for like an extra £100, I was like,
You can put it on the TV.
not so much for like things like Pokemon, but if I'm gonna get like Breath of the Wild,
Smash
better,
Bros.
better for a big screen, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was so annoying because there was like a deal going on, and you could get a Switch and Mario Kart for the same price. And I was like, great, I'll go that. But that was sold out.
Ah.
And this was the day I was asking you guys in the chat for help, like just
How
like,
did we help you?
How did we help you?
Did we help you well?
No, of course you didn't. You guys are the worst for that kind of.
Guys need help. Oh, do you need help?
I had like a shite night the night before. Not a shite night, but just some stuff happened that was shite. And then this day, just everything was going wrong. I drank a rat and everything. I think like.
You drank a rat?
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure. I didn't want to look, but I went into Asda just to kind of calm down. I was like, I'll get one of those wee monster coffee things, before I go. Like that'll be nice, like perk me up a wee bit. And I'm drinking it, and I get to like near the bottom, so it's like I'm tipping it upside down, and I'm like, it still feels really heavy, but there's not a lot of liquid coming out. and then so I turn the can like the right way around, and I hear like this lump like falling down, and I was just like, oh god, I'm just putting that in a bit. I'm not even looking at what that is. I don't want to know. But and then like an hour later, I don't know if it was because I was just in my head thinking about it, but I started pure sweating and feeling ill, and I was like, mate, that was a fucking rat or something.
I really want to know what that was.
What would it was probably the coffee just went bad.
It was probably like a bulk of coffee.
It may have been someone just left it outside of the chiller and then someone just put it back on the shelf. Like
that would make you ill as well though.
Yeah, curdled milk.
But better than a rat or something. It's, you know, where your mind goes places.
Yeah.
I thought it was your work and you'd like blended a rat or something.
No.
This will show you.
How would a rat get in a blender?
I have no idea, but you started off saying you drank a rat. That's my brain.
That's where my head went to.
Yeah.
Anyway. And then it was just a pure pain in the ass, like getting it in Argos because things were like sold out. But I got it.
Black Friday deals?
No, that's just it was like
Argos was a pain. I bought headphones there today and it was a pain. Anybody that works in that building as well.
Yeah. Bunch of arseholes.
I hate them.
But
why are you looking at me, Hugh?
Tom works in that building.
That was only like a week ago, but I had a rare 2 days off, and I was like determined to get it because I was thinking I could just leave this and just get it another time. I could order it and get the one with Mario Kart.
Yeah.
But I ended up just spending the same money for just the new one on its own because I was like I'm too impatient and I want to catch some fucking Pokemon. But I got it eventually. I've been playing it and I'm enjoying it. It's really easy as well though. Like,
It's super easy.
I don't think I've lost a battle at all.
Do you think the experience sharing ruins it?
Yeah, because I basically just use my main Pokemon and then
that's it. Same.
Can you levels up? I don't think so.
Like, because I know you can't do it because I played Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. I think that's the one I've got. And the experience sharing was good in that because I knew all the Pokemon, so I didn't really need to get to know them because it was Gen 1. But in this gen, I wanted to get to know, like, oh, that one I like, or that one's not very good, and
but this one's strong against this.
Yeah. But all I was using was my starter, and then I had other Pokemon that I'd hardly ever used, but they're like evolved and stuff like that, and they're like the same level as my starter, and I'm like, I don't know if this Pokemon's any good at all.
And you don't really have a connection.
You don't have a immune to it.
And that's important for Pokemon, I think, because in the Gen 1 when I played, I was like, right, I wanted all the same Pokemon as Ash had in the show, so I'd get like Butterfree, Pidgeotto, and all that.
And then let them go.
Obviously, let Butterfree go, but
let Butter be free.
there's like Pokemon that I've got, and I can't even remember the names of them and stuff like that.
Yeah.
If I can, I'm probably gonna look at the settings, and if I can turn experience sharing off, I might turn it off and start again. But the beginning of the game's so texty. So many text boxes. I was just like, let me go catch Pokemon. Like, that's all I want to do is go see them.
It kind of holds your hand a lot, and it's as if it's for, well, I suppose it
It's
must
for
be
kids,
for people that have never played a Pokemon game before.
Yeah.
But like when you're walking out and the wee guy's like, oh, don't go in the grass because Pokemon will get you. And it's like, bitch, I know. I was in the grass 20 years ago.
But we were in the 90s. But yeah, no. But there should be an option at the beginning. Have you played a Pokemon game before?
Yes.
Basically, do you want to skip the tutorial and bullshit? You know what I mean? But they're obviously starting the story.
I honestly think they put in for padding for it, because I heard a lot of people saying it is very too handholdy for it.
Very short.
Very short. Yeah.
I
Who's your starter, Hamish?
I picked. I can't even remember its name. That's how
Score Bunny.
Nah, see, I normally pick the fire one, but that bunny just looked stupid.
Compared to the other Pokemon.
Well, no, the wee.
You can always a bit like Roger Rabbit.
I picked Sobble. I think it's Sobble, the water
one. I picked the grass one because he was a wee grass monkey. He looked
the
cool.
funky monkey.
But then he fucking evolved and he looked ridiculous.
Yeah, same. Mine evolved, and I was like, I wish I didn't evolve this.
He's evolved again now. I've got it to like the third one, and he's like this big gorilla with a drum, and I'm just like, what is this, man? Like, I should have just kept him wee, cute and monkeyish, you know? Like,
yeah. Have you seen all the videos of the big, like, there's a small pink bear. This is how much the game doesn't stick with you actually, because I don't remember the names.
I think I think that it's like a wee fluffy thing.
It's a wee pink bear, yeah. And then you've seen the evolved bears. It's like a big giant, like
a beware or something like that.
It might be called that.
I think it's called a beware.
All the videos of them just chasing people, and you're like, what the fuck? But
when I saw those videos, I was like, that looks quite scary. But now I'm just like, this is annoying. Like, fuck off! I don't want to.
Yeah.
I've already caught one of you. Or
I think honestly, I'm enjoying the game, but I absolutely get the criticism of this is one of the biggest media franchises in the whole world. This game should be so much better than this. I mean,
pardon the pun, is it's not evolved.
yeah,
Times.
that might be because again it might not be for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it feels, good in a way, because it does feel like playing the first Pokemon again.
It does scratch that itch of nostalgia.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But again, I don't think it's going to stick with me.
No.
No, like I'll probably complete it and like play it for a bit, maybe because I like completing stuff, try and get all the Pokemon. But again, I can't really remember the Pokemon's names.
Yeah.
I'm not getting a favourite because I can't. I'm
using
Pokemon and I'm like, I'll use this one this time, and it's not like I've never felt that I'm like, right, I need a strategy here. I need to use this one first.
Yeah, does it, like when you're fighting the gym leaders? Does it feel hard for that as well?
No,
Like, you have to strat?
no.
See, that's so strange because like in other games you would feel you had to this is a water type.
So
I've
I've
got to
got
go against.
Yeah, I've got to go back. Like
sometimes
Pokemon.
you would need to fight them, see what Pokemon they had, and then change the team and be like, right, okay, so
get wiped out and then see what
they'll deal with
happens.
it.
But they took away the grinding part of the RPG, which in other games might be annoying, but in Pokemon that's where you get to know your team.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You get to see what their strengths, weaknesses are.
Because I've got a Gyarados now, right? Which is one of my favourite Pokemon because Gen 1, obviously.
Yeah, one of the first things I got was a Magikarp.
Yeah, exactly. But having the Magikarp and
I just
the old ones,
I just left it in my party and leveled it up till it was a Gyarados. And then,
yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
And then Gen 1, you would have to put it out first.
Yeah.
Let it get one hit. Like it would get hit and you're like, please don't die. And you would take it out and put in your next Pokemon.
Go on, Magikarp, do splash attack.
As annoying as that was a challenge.
Yeah.
You're like, right, I need to figure this out.
I need to get him to the what level was it? 35? I can't remember.
20. Gyarados is level 20.
Yeah, pretty early, but it was difficult because
he had no moves.
I think
he had tackle, but even tackle.
He learns tackle after splash, at like 15 or something like that.
Yeah, but it's still
even
useless.
then, he's still crap.
So I think I do like it, but only because I like Pokemon.
Do you know if the
not because the game is like super awesome.
See, this was like, I mean, I've never watched anything like Digimon or anything like that. Like, I'm assuming that's kind of the same as Pokemon. Like,
Same sort of.
They evolve and then they evolve and then
they digivolve.
Digivolve and then they digi-unevolve.
Yeah, like they've got like a base form.
Yeah, they always stick to that.
What I mean is, I wouldn't have bought or played this if it was Digimon.
Yeah.
I heard the Digimon games are really fucking good though.
Yeah.
But I'm not into that franchise.
So if they start doing events you like to do with like Pokemon Go and stuff like that, would you be interested if they say, oh look who's coming back to the Pokedex, and then you would have to have it for a week. Say for instance your boy Squirtle shows up, and it's like 1 week you can only catch Squirtle.
I think that's terrible. I would hate to have a game that I paid for that like they release like a Pokemon for like a week and you're like, oh, I missed a week. Why? How did I miss that week?
Because you've got different things going on. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just
I got a life. I got bills to pay.
I'm trying to play Pokemon at lunchtime and work while not letting people know I'm playing Pokemon.
People have a go at you.
I can't see me playing this after I finish the story. Like, I'm quite enjoying the story, and I'm enjoying like the wee gym challenges and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Not so much like the gym battles are just another fight. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
You do the wee challenges before to qualify, and the story between what's happening with Sword and Shield and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And that's interesting, but I don't see me going back to it. But they seem like they want you to play it for ages. Like, you see, like there's these battles that you can do.
Yeah.
The big.
The
max raid
Rhino,
battles and stuff like that, and like you've got a really really low chance of getting a specific Pokemon and stuff like that. So if people are wanting to grind for them, it would take like months and months. But it's not a long term game, I don't think.
It's not fun.
For us, probably then, because we're old and
Crusty.
need that nostalgia of when we were like kids. That's probably why. That's the only reason why I bought it.
Yeah, same.
So after that, I might go back and play maybe the DS or the Game Boy Advance ones to try and get that. Because that'd be more nostalgic and probably more of a challenge.
Yeah, I have actually been thinking that a few times. Like, I could really go back and play the Game Boy one.
I mean, I've got them all, and if you want to have it,
did you?
I haven't caught them all. No. Well, I've got them there. I probably want to play them at some point. But
well, what's been playing you in?
What else have I been playing?
Yeah, obviously you've been playing Pokemon.
Yeah, I have been playing. Pretty much everything Hamish has just said. I've been doing the same thing pretty much.
Nice.
Have you tried that game on Game Pass? It's like My Friend
Pedro,
is it the banana thing? Have you tried that?
Yeah, I played that. Oh man,
it's quite fun. Like,
you may like it, man.
It's like a kind of side scroller where you use like one stick to move, one stick to look around, and you shoot and stuff like that. You can slow down time.
Yeah, right.
It's a lot of fun. It's you can there's wee is he imaginary? There's this
Yeah,
banana that just pops in and talks to you. But
Is his name Pedro?
his name is Pedro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Pedro.
well done. That's some good deduction there, Hugh. But like there's some moments you can feel really badass. You know what I mean? Like you can jump off of walls and slow down time and stuff like that. It's basically if you were John Wick like, talking to an imaginary banana.
Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes.
John Banana.
Um,
Yeah, that's fun.
Mm.
On the Game Pass as well for it.
But they're adding too many games, man. I'm already backlogged up to fuck, and now that I've
Yeah.
got a Switch, I'm playing that, and I'm playing my Switch, and then I look over at Game Pass, and it's like, oh, I've added this new game, and I was like, gonna stop,
Yeah.
please. Like,
And it's
Yeah.
going to get worse for like next year as well. It's with all the Yakuza series going on. And,
Yeah.
and they games take a while to play.
Well, the first couple are like 20 hours, and then like I think when it gets to the PS4 versions, they're like 60 hours long,
Yeah.
and they're all hilariously fun.
Even 20 hours though is like, you know, it's a commitment. You need to think, all right, I'm gonna play this game. It's not just like pick up.
I
And,
know
Yeah, pick up
my
more.
girlfriend fiance now.
Oh.
Fiance won't let me do what I used to do, which is put a game on a Saturday mid-morning and then play that all fucking day.
that story could have went a couple of ways there. Like, you put a ring on it now. I don't need to do that.
She wants me to do like normal human being stuff, like leave the house and
Socialise.
socialise, and speak to my family.
Women,
I know,
What drag?
changing me. But yeah, 20 hours is long. But that's what's good about Switch though. You can take it places with you.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I've not been playing anything else. I've been trying to clean out my collection.
Mhm.
What about watching? You seen anything good?
Mandalorian.
Ah.
Yeah.
FRE in it.
I've seen to episode 5.
Nice.
I've not seen 5 yet. I saw 4. That was one with Gina Carano in it.
Yeah,
Before
Gina
we-
Carano.
I thought it was a really good episode.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, I like the kind of horror thing with the. Is this spoiling you?
It's fine, man, because I'm going to watch all of it.
It's not really a spoiler anyway, but they've got a walker and ATSD. The
Yeah.
chicken walker, as they used to call it.
The buck.
Yeah, and it's
That's quite
genuinely
creepy,
like kind of scary for them because it's
I can wipe out all of them. Like,
yeah, and it's pretty good. The Mandalorian's a good character. I didn't think it was Pedro Pascal.
Yeah.
Like I thought that'll be some unknown actor under that mask, but it's actually quite a famous actor. He played the guy who gets his head squashed in Game of Thrones.
Yeah, he was the Red Viper. I think I can't remember his actual name. Something Martell. And he was in Kingsman 2 as well.
Yeah.
He was in that.
Who was he in Kingdom?
He was in Pure Texas.
Ah, yeah, that's what he was.
But like, see, that's one of the reasons why I'm worried. Like, there's a very whole Judge Dredd thing. Like, don't remove the helmet.
Yeah.
And they've teased it a couple of times. Like, oh, what happens if you take off the helmet? And he's like, I can't put it back on. And I'm just like, see, because it's a famous actor, they're gonna have this build up, and then like at the series finale or maybe next season or something like that, if they have one, they're gonna take his helmet off.
Yeah.
But I wish they wouldn't, because it just would kind of spoil it a bit.
I don't think they will.
Hopefully.
I think they will.
But
Do you know what I've
Is-
liked so far? I've liked how they've kept it kind of small scale.
Baby Yoda.
Maybe Yoda's cool, yeah. I wish,
His memes have been brilliant, man.
Yeah.
I just think it's a really good puppet.
Yeah.
Like it's emoting really well. You get to see that's a mischievous little Yoda
You see,
guy.
even though he's got like, I think he's just got like plain black eyes, but you
Yeah.
can see the thought process behind those eyes, you know.
Yeah,
Especially when that
that's-
shit bit, man, that just broke me.
Yeah.
He's like the ones that don't touch anything. It's just
It's like how long has Disney had Star Wars now? Like 9 years. I think this is the first time I've actually this is what I wanted from Star Wars.
yeah.
Mm.
Like I like we
It's
were
not
talking about
this
Star
pure-
Wars earlier.
It's not this pure grand thing.
Yeah,
It's
a
small
story.
enough that it's just about the story and
a story in that universe is what you want to see.
yeah.
I think it's cool that the Empire it's set 5 years after Return of the Jedi,
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
so the Empire is gone, but there's still obviously remnants of the Empire in places.
Like when he gets paid in Imperial credits, is like
Yeah.
there isn't an Empire anymore or something like that.
Yeah.
The Empire's done or whatever. Which, like, people were talking about it before, like, is that Yoda? And it's like, no, it can't be Yoda.
No,
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
not.
Timeline.
About a Yoda species, but I
Ah.
don't think they've ever given his
They've
species
never-
a
no,
name.
they've
Never. I don't think in any, even like in the Knights of the Old Republic, when you had like the
Just
Yoda
like
race for it.
Yoda race.
Even
Yeah,
like,
it's the same like they had like in Dragon Ball. They've never said that about Frieza. They just say Frieza race, and it's
Yeah.
like, well, no, you got to give it something. You know,
Yeah,
give for that.
same, even like the extended stuff and the expanded universe stuff and the books that you get going
Yeah, I
through
don't
all of
remember
the,
seeing it.
they've never ever mentioned it.
Because you
That's
meet
pretty
one of
cool.
the sort of in the Knights of the Old Republic, sort of Yoda kin that was that spoke normally, and I always thought it was very jarring. I'm like, why is he not speaking like Yoda? Why is he not like saying
Is that a species thing or is it just a Yoda thing?
yeah?
Mhm.
He's not saying boomer okay, and you're like, listen here, you little shit.
Wait, guys.
Yeah.
How are we watching that show?
Disney Plus.
I'm
in
not
America.
watching it.
I fly over to my penthouse in America and watch it on Disney Plus, mate.
Same.
Yeah, that's
same.
Yeah, that's what we do.
I'm not watched it, so.
I also watch it in
Aye.
4K.
in the penthouse.
Yeah, in the penthouse, aye.
I'm gonna open another Christmas cracker, lads.
Oh, here we go, boys. Oh, one noise.
Nice.
Oh, that is a paper hat.
Yeah, and there's a joke inside though. It just says Hugh on it.
Oh.
That's not a fucking joke about you from earlier.
Well, I tweaked it a bit. Yeah.
So where can everyone find us on with our hilarious talks and bants and all that?
Me, usually the pub.
Yeah, probably here.
Probably here.
In my games room.
You sure it's not on Instagram, mate?
Not lately. We've been kind of neglecting it, haven't we? I think it's not.
Oh, you
even-
have.
I don't know. I put up a post.
No. Wait,
Like, so have you.
yeah, well,
I was going to say all of us have been kind of sporadic with it lately because this time of year it just becomes hard to put
there's
set
a
time
lot going
aside.
on. But if you do want to find us on Instagram, it is patchusinofficial.
Yeah, tell us to fucking wisen up and put some more stuff up.
Aye. And then if you can't find us there, just go on Twitter and @patchusin and have a go at Hugh.
Yeah, that's fine. Everybody does.
He does like his wee arguments.
I do.
Twitter,
I'm on right now, just politically bashing everyone.
And if you want to email us, it's patchusinofficial@gmail.com. We're also on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and we also upload this podcast onto YouTube on our YouTube page, youtube.com/patchusin.
Are we actually on Apple Podcasts?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we keep saying that, but I don't know.
Such sellouts.
If you want all those links in one place as well, or a wee links to the previous episodes, we've also got patchusin.com. So
Yeah, that's right.
Check it out.
Yeah, I need to actually go on
It's
there.
a lot easier to
You go to our own website.
I was saying, I was like, I need to go on our website because I wanted to write things, like actually just like, because I always keep saying I'll make videos, but making videos is so time consuming.
So you can make like a wee blog post thing.
So a blog post or a little like article.
That's why I've not given you a username yet. It needs to go through me because I bet you'll be shite.
You can't read them.
Yeah, but
If it's over like
I can look at your
6 words,
pictures.
if it's over what a tweet is, you're like, I can't bother this.
144 characters. Oh fuck that. How many is it now? You should know. 355 or something.
I
like
don't know. As many insults as you can find.
that.
You can go on your thread now. But yeah, well, that's like I've not had a lot of time to watch stuff, so I've been watching Mandalorian and I've got Watchmen.
I'm gonna
I
wait
mean,
till
I was
all
going to
done
say
and then, yeah.
saved somewhere, but obviously I watch it on TV.
Yeah,
But like,
Recorded.
I need to binge that because I've heard it's phenomenal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
okay.
wait till it's done.
Yeah, I'm the same as well for it. And then
There's another show I want to talk about, and I don't.
Can we say, did you notice anyone special in episode 5 of Mandalorian?
Not that I can remember. No.
No, not another podcaster.
Rogan?
No.
But he is bald. Bill Burr? No.
No, I didn't
Bill
know.
Burr's in it?
Bill
Who,
Burr's in it, yeah.
Oh my god.
who was he in it?
I've not watched the episode yet, but I've seen
Is
a
it episode
start.
5 or 6?
I think it's 5, the gunslinger.
Awesome, man. You see that?
Gunslinger.
I didn't know Bill Burr was big into Star Wars.
I don't think
He's not.
that's not the Gunslinger one. Is that not just the Village one?
No, the village one was the 4th one.
Maybe I've only watched the 4th one then.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome then.
Yeah,
think I was the last
Was he talking about it?
He was, yeah, and he was saying it was kind of funny because he was offered it, but he's never really been into Star Wars like,
Yeah.
at all. He was, I think he was a bit old when he watched it the first time. He was
Yeah.
saying, but then obviously he got offered it, and
Hey, you're not going to say no to
I
that.
like his wife was like, you need to take this.
Yeah.
You need to fucking take it, and he's like, yeah, don't know, I'll see.
Like, come on!
Imagine in your life you got offered Star Wars and you actually
yeah.
thought about it.
Yeah.
No, you know.
Give me some of that Disney money.
If I was in the back scene, scooping up bantha shit, I mean, I'd be like, yes, I will do it if it's Star Wars.
And then
why
you have
they
the
won't-
credit ban for shit after
the reason why they won't give you it is because you know it's called Bantha shit. Can't have this fucking loser on the
Bantha
show.
They want, people that know the shit.
I'm not giving him credit for that joke.
No. Oh, that was
I
alright.
didn't mean it. But yeah, Mandalorian's good. I've also been watching his Dark Materials on BBC.
I watched that first episode.
See, I don't know what you'll think of it because obviously I read the books when I was younger. I think we've talked about this before. I've read the books. There's Dark Materials by Philip Pullman.
Yeah, you were saying.
I mean, they're young adult books,
Mhm.
but they deal with a lot of like
Adult issues.
adult themes and issues about like soul and sexuality and stuff like that. The show is brilliant. They've adapted it really fucking well, and their cast is amazing.
Yeah, James McAvoy's good. Is he in it a lot?
No, see the thing is, this part of the story, he's not in it. Well, his character is not a main character in it. He's a main character in the plot, but he's not a main character in the
I
show.
remember when I was seeing like the adverts and stuff like that, I didn't really see him.
No,
And then
he's at the beginning, and he'll be
that-
at the end of this season.
He showed up at like the start of the first episode, and I was like, I don't remember James McAvoy being in this, so I thought he's probably not going to be in it much. But Ruth Wilson, she's brilliant, man.
See, because I know that character like through all the books, and she's a real fucking bitch.
Is she evil?
She's a real piece of work, Hamish.
Uh-huh.
She is a real evil. She plays a excellent evil bitch.
See, I could literally just tell, like, she's just got that look. See the smirk that she does in her eyes, and she's got a proper evil.
She played that psychopath woman in Luther, and she was really good in that.
She killed it, man.
That last season, like Luther was crazy, but that's a
That's
divergence there. Well, yeah, his Dark Materials is excellent, and I actually hate waiting for it. It's on Sunday nights, and I kind of wish I waited, but I couldn't. I had to watch
That's
it.
what you want, like a TV show, though, to make you. I need to see the next episode for it.
It
Before
kinda-
I don't want to get spoiled or anything, you know.
It hurts my feelings that Harry Potter became so big, because they were out around the same time.
Yeah.
But the reason Harry Potter became so big is because it was inoffensive.
I think it's more relatable.
Yeah,
for a lot of
and
people.
this story is pretty much a criticism of the Catholic Church, which is hard for a lot of.
Yeah, a lot of people to deal with, like, you know.
Yeah, it's a hard subject
You can see why
for
it wouldn't get popular.
adaptation, because
Especially Americans. Like for
Adaptation.
that as well.
Adaptation.
Adaptation.
I don't know. Because they made a film in this 2007 and they removed all of that criticism.
Did you not say it was kind of shite?
Because it had no theme at that point. Like, if you remove a lot of the theming of the
It'd been
book.
gutted, basically.
Yeah,
But
but
there's just nothing there that has any substance to it. It's very.
Daphne Keane, the girl that plays Wolverine's daughter in Logan, she's the main character, Lyra, and she's an excellent actor.
Yeah, she was really
She's
good in Logan,
excellent.
though. as
Yes,
well.
she was.
She
really
was
good.
brilliant in Logan, yeah.
For someone who didn't talk.
Yeah, just emoted a lot with the eyes.
Yeah, something's just popped into my head, and I know we're going back, but see Pokemon, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, I know we're
It's fine, it's our podcast.
Yeah,
we do what I want.
looping back, but right, so you go to a Poke Center, the Poke Center?
I love the way you say that, like
Poke
a
Center.
fucking
Center.
old man.
You gotta do the Poke
It's
Center.
Pokemon. You go to Poke Center, right, and you give it to like the nurse, like it used to be Nurse Joy, I'm assuming they're just random nurses now.
Nurse Happy.
So she takes Pokemon off you, she puts them in this big fucking machine, and that heals up your Pokemon, right?
Yep.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
But in Pokemon Sword and Shield, you're just going through, like, before you get to like a cave, there's this random woman, and she's like, oh, I'll heal up your Pokemon for you. How is she doing that? She doesn't have a machine. Where is she putting these Pokeballs to make them all better?
Good idea. I don't know.
Plot hole, mate. Plot hole.
In her plot hole.
Dun, 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 dun.
I don't know, like, I think that makes the game too easy again. Again, we're going back to Pokemon. The game is too easy.
You should have to have rotate your roster, because they're close to dying here.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Back to his Dark
anyway,
Materials.
Sorry.
People need to watch the show. It is amazing. I mean, I hate bears.
yeah.
I know it's a weird,
You can't bear them.
a weird hatred to have of bears when they're not even in this country. But there's a polar bear in it,
Huh?
an
Is his
armored
name
bear.
Jeffrey?
No, his name's Yorick.
Oh, that's a good name.
Yorick Bjarnson.
Yorick B-Bell.
How Shakespearean, mate.
Yeah, well, a lot of this is references.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, that's awesome.
And I know there's a big thing coming up soon where the bears fight, and you're like, can't fucking wait for that, man.
Nice.
As long as
Yeah.
they don't turn around and look at you.
I know. Ah!
Are you not kind of gutted though that you know what's going to happen?
No, I've been waiting for this for a long
Years.
time, and I actually can't remember everything
Aye.
because like certain things happen. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that now. And
What about the characters? Are they how you pictured them in your mind? Because obviously that's the thing about reading a book. Everyone's got a different interpretation.
no, but it helps. I didn't see James McAvoy as Lord Asriel because it seemed like an older, like
Old
grizzled
kind of.
Yeah.
kind of guy, and James McAvoy's young, handsome fellow.
Not that young now, is he?
No, but you know what I mean.
I
like,
mean, he's not quite.
But
that you
it's
would
Jack-
again, the cast is really good, and Lee Scoresby is like an American in it, and the actor that plays him's really good. Like he just nails it. Like the production's amazing, the sets are amazing. I was so nervous for it coming out because I thought, oh, they're going to
Fuck us up.
gloss over certain things that happens in it, but they don't.
Which is
They
good.
do everything.
You want that though.
because it was made by HBO and BBC, I think they had more freedom,
Yeah.
a bit more money because HBO was involved.
With
as well.
HBO coming from, you know,
They've
For
already
that Game of Thrones money.
Game of
Yeah.
Thrones, well, tons of great shows.
I think that's
Mhm.
part of the reason they made it was try to come off the Game of Thrones hype,
Mm.
like another adaptation of another fantasy novel, and
Aye.
but it's really good.
I-
They've already ordered second season because the Daphne Keen's getting older, and she needs to stay about the same age. She has to
Oh,
be
yeah, of course,
she
yeah.
has to be about that age for the story to make sense.
That's the thing about kids, they grow up dead fast at that kind of age, so it gets a wee bit kind of, it can take you out of it.
Yeah, that's why I'm with like Stranger Things and that. Even seeing that recently.
Yeah. So those characters are like, kids, and then you're like, oh no, that character is now a teenager, a young adult, and you're like, it kind of changes it, which
Right.
it definitely does in this story because it relies on them being kids.
Right, okay. See, that's fair enough, like, because, you know, sometimes you see like a 30-year-old actor and they're in high school and you're like, well...
I loved 21 Jump Street because they just
they
played
take a
it,
piss out of it.
they played on it so much. Like, you look 30! I think Channing Tatum was like 33 at the time or something
Yeah.
when he was in that film. I love those films.
I love Channing Tatum for
Yeah,
that, man.
yeah.
Like, I didn't really rate him until I seen him 21 Jump Street, and I was like,
I think he
what
got a
boy.
bad rap as just being like a pretty boy, you know what I mean? But then you saw him in things
He's
like
got good. He's got good comedic chops as well.
he's got
That's what I like.
good
I was like,
timing and that.
He works really well with Jonah Hill.
Oh, aye.
I don't think they're going to make another one because that's the joke. The joke of 21 Jump Street and 22 Jump Street was they were ridiculous.
Aye. Plus, it was already like a remake of a TV show and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, we
They,
Johnny
they,
Depp.
they spell it out in the film. Why are we talking about this now? We
Yeah.
were on
That's
the
good.
thing.
It's good.
But you just watched anything else? I know because Dark Materials' is conversation's finished. Go
Yeah.
watch it.
I did. They dropped Final Space season 2 on Netflix.
Oh, is that
The
any
whole
good?
thing. Oh, it's really good.
So been that long? I remember you telling us about the first
Yeah,
season.
I was saying like the first season. I was telling you about the first season ages ago. I sort of binge watched it and was like, oh man, I can't wait. They announced season 2 on Adult Swim, but they just showed it on Adult Swim exclusively,
What?
and then it got released on Netflix a couple of weeks ago.
What show is this related to? What's the same type of animation? I thought it was The Simpsons, but that's
Well, it's
Disenchanted,
because
isn't it?
Conan O'Brien produces it,
Right.
so he's got like his fingerprints all over it, and he's even voices characters in it as well.
Oh, right, okay.
And he's got a bigger role in this season as well, which was because like he played like a character called Clarence, who was this like shifty guy that basically is just like a hustler, and it's Conan O'Brien doing like a silly voice, and you're like, alright, okay. But in this season he's in it a lot. The Clarence character, who brings in 2 new characters, who was like, I'm not sure when you bring in 2 new characters that they're, you know, when you bring in new characters in a story that's like.
It's not going to work.
Aye. It's
Yeah,
already
but the
enough
first
bringing in
thing,
one.
the first thing that they do is while he's introducing them, they're right behind him doing the fusion dance from Dragon Ball, and I was like, "Fuck yeah!" Give me this
Hamish,
right
when are
away.
you going to get over this?
Honestly, Hamish, I couldn't stop laughing. Like, oh my god, I can't wait to tell Hugh this on the podcast. We got immediately to this.
I watched the first season on the plane to Japan, and
Yeah.
I think I fell asleep during it. Like it was 8 episodes in. And
Yeah,
I
it's
was
quite a
really
lot.
enjoying it, and I was like nodding off, and I woke up like
Is that a long season then?
I think it's 10 episodes.
10 episodes.
10 episodes, and like it was super entertaining, and the story was pretty good.
Yeah. Did you get up to Keith David being in it?
Can't remember, man.
He plays
Like,
Bolo.
I think I'm going to rewatch it because
Yeah.
I was like half asleep and excited to be on holiday.
Yeah, but the characters were really good. They introduced Ash, who is like a necromancer sort of
Right.
character. She's like, it's really interesting for her. Like, they give everyone like good backstories and heart wrenching moments. There's a bit like her and a family, and you see what happened to them, and you're like, well, that's why she's kind of messed up. Oh. And it's got like they introduced Gary, his dad in the last
Gary
one.
Oak.
Gary Oak.
Yeah, relate everything back to Pokemon.
And they released they showed his dad in the last one, and I was like, oh, I don't want to say like who the voice actor is for his dad because it's pretty awesome.
Is it Keith David?
Not Keith David.
You wouldn't just tell us if you got to the Keith David bit and then be like, oh, I'm not going to tell you who.
But they introduced his mum in this now, and like she's an Australian, which was like really jarring. I was like, wow, I didn't expect that.
And we don't like them.
Yeah, Jane Lynch.
What's wrong with Australian?
I don't know. I could have said any nationality. I was going
and,
to say something.
It's not good we don't have any Australian listeners.
And Jane
Not
Lynch is
yet.
in this as well,
Oh, she's
which
good.
like I do like her.
Who's Jane Lynch?
She's in that Glee. She's the gym teacher.
Oh, yeah.
She's
in
in
Wreck-It
so many
Ralph.
things. Wreck-It
Uh,
Ralph is the blonde
Commander woman.
woman.
Is it Role Models?
She's in Role Models,
I
yeah.
think
It's
so,
like,
aye.
What is it she says to him in Role Models?
I
Like
can't
Sean
remember.
William Scott. It's like,
yeah.
something about
She popped up loads
Yeah,
of places
she's really-
over,
she's
like,
really
good.
over like
She's
a
really
short period of time.
So-
Like, whenever she was in 2.5 Men as
Yeah.
Charlie's therapist and stuff like that.
Yeah.
She does she's like everywhere for it as well.
for a while she was in every comedy
Yeah.
going.
So it's like she plays like a computer AI so in the first season there's a computer called Hugh.
Good name. Good name.
Hugh, mate,
Who's
totally
like
different
he's
kinda-
Yeah,
really
it's
funny,
sad.
but in this season he's moved on to like a robot now. So
Right.
he's like, oh, I get to walk about and interact with everyone for it. So it's them playing off each other. He's like, well, I used to run a ship, and she's like, whatever. Get in. He's like, so he's getting the butt of a lot of the jokes, and I was like, this is actually it's found its like groove, and I really like
Hugh
that.
getting the butt of the jokes, that sounds about right. Like, makes sense. I like this show. I'm gonna watch this show.
Yeah, no, it's
Can't
really
wait to
fun.
throw you off this podcast. Can't wait to
Animation
cancel you.
Cancel
You can no show without me.
I'm gonna
Sean.
cancel you. I'll just go on your Twitter from like 6 years ago and find something stupid you said when you're drunk.
I'll go on your Twitter from 6 hours ago and find something stupid you said.
I'm cancelling you first.
Worth a watch though. Again,
Yeah.
I was waiting to say that moment that I would love. Music wise, it's great. Story wise, it's definitely it got announced it was getting a season 3, 2 episodes after season 2 for it
That's
as
quite
well. Because it's been
Is it Netflix exclusive?
for streaming, I think so. Yeah, because it really, as I said, it released on Adult
Adult
Swim
Swim.
first.
Oh, right, okay, that makes sense.
But-
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's got Conan O'Brien's animation studio behind it as well. So like he's got a lot to say, and you can see like the writing for it. He must have some say, or he knows writers that write in the same sort of vein as old Simpsons.
You can see the similarities.
Yeah,
kinda.
there's a lot of ones for that.
Like layered jokes.
Yeah,
Not
jokes.
not the jokes that's in The Simpsons now, which are like punch you in the face jokes. You're like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, that's funny.
They build up and it's got some heart to it and that as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's really fun.
Yeah, I'm probably going to watch season 2.
It does sound interesting. Though, give it a
Yeah,
watch.
I would say, man, if you get
Yeah,
time,
I'll go
Gary
watch it.
Gary is like he's a good lad. Like it's just moments he comes out. Mooncake's amazing. It's a character. It's the wee green alien you've probably seen.
Right.
But,
His name's Mooncake.
Yeah, you just said that.
yeah.
I'm just making sure you know.
What's with you?
What-
You've had what, half a bottle of Desperados and you're getting.
I know, I'm just.
Frisky.
Is that us then?
It's because I'm trying to remember things from the show, but I think I was exhausted when I was watching
I
it.
know, don't worry about it.
Not sure what was actually happening.
Yeah.
What didn't happen.
But I know I was enjoying it.
Is that us?
Well, for
TV.
TV, like I'm
Oh, sorry.
I've not seen it, but I'm just Witcher coming soon.
Oh, the
I
trailer? The
cannot
trailer
wait for
dropped?
it. Aye.
Oh,
I'm
looks
not
amazing,
watching the
man.
trailer, I'm just going to go into it cold.
But
Yeah.
see, I've read some of the books, so I kind of know what, like some of the stories. So I was
Big
like,
Geralt, mate.
I'll be safe from. But
I can't wait to see Superman fuck up some monsters.
Oh.
it looks really good. I mean, that's like what, the 20th or something like that. It's like next week. It's out.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
soon.
my
Yeah.
Christmas binging sort of
Yeah.
thing.
How many episodes? 12?
10, 12, something like that.
Yeah.
Honestly, I
actually
can't
don't
remember.
know.
I don't think it's loads. It's not like American 24 episode thing.
The budget will be huge, that's why. So like, it's everything will cost so much on that they'll put everything in like 10
Aye,
episodes.
I'm assuming that it'll be like set in one location, and then if they're doing a season 2 or whatever, it'll be just same assets and just move it about a bit.
But do you think it'll cover the stuff covered in the games then?
No, it's based on the books.
Okay.
Like,
Aye.
I know I'm ignorant of this, but is
Well,
the,
see, the
the
thing is,
games based on
The games
the
are
books
based
as
on the
well?
books as well, so it's kind of it's the same universe and stuff like that. But obviously, in a game, you're going to be like there's this overarching like politics are a big part of
Yeah.
it,
Mhm.
kind of similar to like Game of Thrones.
Oh,
Yeah.
they're all going for that Game of Thrones
But
crowd
it's,
now, aren't they?
well, but it's kind of a different, it's not this family against this family kind of thing. It's like an overarching kind of king and stuff like
Fantasy-
that. And
fantasy
I don't
stories.
want to say too much, but also obviously with monsters and stuff like that. So, and I think that's good because it gives it an overarching story throughout the series. But they'll be able to have like a wee episode or two just on like basically what would be side missions in a game, like just kind
Goofing around.
Monster
Aye.
of the Week type.
Aye,
There's,
yeah.
there's a big thing attacking the village.
of.
Superman, go get him.
I think what's interesting as well with The Witcher is like I don't know if you've played the games, but Geralt he won't kill like a sentient monster that's not evil basically.
okay.
Yeah.
So he's not just like, oh, there's a monster, I'll kill it for money. You know what I mean? He's got principles and that
Yeah.
kind of thing. You know what I mean? And I think that'll be
Alright.
interesting, like, and I think it'll throw a lot of people off because, like, I guarantee you, there's going to be at least one episode probably early in the series that explores that, just to kind of
I show you why.
to flesh out, get a little bit for people that have never seen it or read it. Or
Why is he doing that?
Aye, like just
Why
to
is
get,
not killing that thing? That happy
it looks
monster?
ugly, kill
Yeah.
it. It's like, that's just Hugh, he's part of a podcast.
I was taking the breath in to say you.
You
But,
son of a bitch.
Wasted my time now.
What movies? You seen any good movies?
Right, I went to see Frozen 2 with Sinead.
So
Do you know
any
what?
good
Do
movies?
you know what? It wasn't actually as bad as I thought it was going to be. It was enjoyable, as any Disney film is. Technically, it looks the best animated film I've ever seen.
Really?
Yeah, like just the way the film looks, you're like, oh, that's fucking phenomenal.
Impressive.
Yeah, like I'm not an animator, like animation expert is what I was going to go for, but like the difference in the first one and the second one's pretty big.
It's noticeable, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, is it not because like it's not all cold? From this
No,
thing?
it's still pretty cool in the film.
Really, it's just
It's
all
all
icy.
frozen
And
then.
Cold doesn't bother me anyway.
Well,
Maybe we should come down on singers.
I think the story just suffers from every Disney sequel story ever. It's like it was never meant to be two
so
parts.
they've not had this amazing idea.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
that's been
contrived,
cooking for
yeah.
years. They were like,
Still
oh,
frozen?
this.
I wish I never brought this up.
But it's like they're like, oh shit, we need to make a sequel.
Yeah.
It's not, I've got a great idea for a film. It's,
I've got a
what can we-
series of films that we can build into it. That's just like, oh, let's do the same movie, but you know, move the
just
location.
change it up a bit, yeah.
Let's do Home Alone 2, Lost in New York.
I wouldn't have went to see
I dare
it.
you, that Home Alone 2 is amazing.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's not as good as the first one, but it's good.
First one's excellent.
Yeah.
Oh, I get that just popped into my head.
Oh.
There's a new Netflix series called The Films That Made Us. It's like, you know, the one that's the toys that made us.
Alright, yeah.
And it's you know, junk food TV, if you know what I mean, like you put it on in the background.
Yeah.
But they done one about Home Alone and Gremlins 2 and stuff. The Home Alone story is actually super interesting because it wasn't going to happen. They cancelled it like right before it was going to be made, and then like another studio picked it up, and like they were very lucky to get it out. They didn't think it was going to make any money, and it made fucking loads of money. It's good story though, like and it's really well edited. I really enjoy watching them.
Has Macaulay Culkin got any say in it?
No,
No.
Macaulay Culkin's not in it, but Joe Pesci's not in it either. But Daniel Stern, the guy, he's in it. But they talk about Joe Pesci trying to do the script, and he'd been in all those Scorsese films and all the gangster films, and so he was used to saying "fucking" every 2 seconds. Like so like a family film, he's not allowed to say "fucking." So, but he'd
drop that in.
He'd be trying to say his lines, and he'd be like, "fucking shit," and then having to like retake it. That's why in the films he does that fucking me.
Yeah.
That did good.
But the Muttley from
the Muttley
sort of
mumbling is him trying not to swear.
Repressing his swearing.
Yeah. Do you know Daniel Stern wasn't even going to be the first guy? They had another guy in mind, and they had to bring him. Well, he was the first guy. Things happened. He left. They brought another guy in, and it just wasn't working out. So they brought him back.
Who was the other guy? Do you know?
He was a famous 80s actor, but not someone we would talk about.
Gene Hackman.
And I'm so happy about that because he's my favourite character in Home Alone. His reactions are the best.
Yeah.
Joe Pesci's excellent as well. But everyone that knows him from Home Alone is so shocked when they watch Goodfellas.
Is he then stabbing that guy in the neck with a pen?
Is that habit that came out of nowhere?
Is he a clown?
is he funny?
I love that bit of that film so much.
Oh, such a good scene.
Yeah.
Speaking of like gangster films, I really want to watch The Irishman, but I've not had the time.
I keep putting it off because it's 3.5 hours.
I was gonna say, like, I was actually gonna watch it like today. I was at the cinema. We'll talk about this in a minute. I saw Jumanji today, and then I was like, I'll go home and I'll watch The Irishman, and I'll be able to talk about that in the podcast. But then I got home and had food, and I was like, I need a nap. And it's 3.5 fucking hours long. I was like, no chance I can fit that in.
I might watch it tomorrow night and just have like, you know, you sit down, you're like, I'm not moving now. This is what I'm going to watch.
Because I think it's one of those films you'll need to pay attention to. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's I've heard some criticisms of is trying to make De Niro look young, but the guy's like fucking in his 70s or something, or 80s.
They've got the de-aging on the face, but he can't like.
He moves like an old man.
He can't like apparently I've heard that with the like fighting scenes and stuff like that. Like he's still gonna be a bit stiff fighting. You know what I mean?
What is Scorsese gonna do when his like the 5 guys he uses for films like retires?
Well, he'll be the age to retire as well. Mate.
Yeah. Or he'll just put Leo and everything.
Like-
or more Leo.
like
They'll have dual
Tarantino.
Leo.
Tarantino just puts Leo in everything now.
Yeah.
Tarantino just loves Leo and Brad Pitt.
It's a good choice. I mean, they're good actors. So.
That is a good choice, but
So how was Jumanji, man? I'm really interested in that because that was a movie. I just rewatched the first one like a few days ago. That was like
surprisingly good in it. Surprisingly good.
The first one.
The first, I just like Welcome to Jungle one.
Right.
I just watched that a couple of days ago and I was like, oh man, I'm pure hyped up. I had seen it before, but I was like, I can't wait to see a new one for it.
I was thinking of rewatching it because I was like, well, I remember all of it, but this one's very good at kind of reminding you of
It's not
everything
super
that
complex.
happens. Aye, exactly. It was interesting. I mean, overall it's more of the same, but
Rock and
Rock, Kevin Hart, and stuff like that.
they've just got like different.
Kevin Hart was really good in it. Like he was him, and then followed closely by Jack Black. The Rock was alright, but The Rock was playing Danny DeVito.
Yeah,
Danny DeVito gets sucked in, right?
yes.
And see this, The Rock and Kevin Hart to an extent as well, but not so much as The Rock, especially recently, very guilty of just playing The Rock.
Right.
Yeah.
So see, hearing The Rock trying to do this Danny DeVito accent and vernacular and stuff like that, it was so jarring. I was like, that's not The Rock, like what's going on? Like, and obviously that's the point, you know what I mean? But it was just weird. Like, but what was also interesting was like they changed around a few times, so you got to see. It's not really a spoiler, but Kevin Hart plays Danny Glover, who's like Danny DeVito's old business partner. So he's got the very kind of slow, talking in that.
Too old for this shit.
And he did that really, really well. But then they do eventually change around and stuff like that.
Yeah.
What's her name?
Karen Gillian?
No, Aquafina. No, that actress Aquafina.
Mm-hmm.
I know the name, but
it sounds like one of those.
Sounds like bottled water.
Bottled water that they put extra minerals in and stuff like that, or
Red
Aquafina.
through the filter.
She eventually becomes Danny DeVito. She actually played Danny DeVito
so
really well. Like,
and
they go back
just
to like
blasting.
Yes.
Just that blast.
He dropped his monster condom for his Magnum balloon at one time as well. You know?
Can I give you an English time?
But they bring back characters from the first one. Like Colin Hanks is in it again and stuff like that.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was good. Like again, more of the same. Looked great, CGI and stuff like that was really brilliant. It was funny.
That's what you kind of want.
But is it like when I watched the first one, I was like, this is fun, but I probably won't want to watch it again.
Yeah. This one more so. I'd be more inclined to watch the first one again than the second one.
Okay.
The big bad in it, Rory McCann, the Hound from Game of Thrones.
Oh really?
From up our way.
From Balak.
Balak. But and he wasn't really utilised very much. You know what I mean?
No. Did he go yarp?
Did he have a Scottish accent?
Yeah, he just talked normally.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
Just talked in his normal voice.
Aye, man.
Like this.
Yeah,
exactly
like this. Like, in fact, we've actually got him here with us, Rory. Hi, it's me.
I sound a lot like Irish.
Well, I'm Scottish, mate.
They all sound the same, don't we?
Pretty much.
So Jumanji's good?
Yeah, it was alright. I mean, it's worth a watch. It's an action
Christmas.
comedy. You know what I mean? It's hard to say that a film's worth watching because we've got unlimited cards, so it's just, it doesn't cost us anything.
Cineworld, get on that.
I know, sponsor. Game Pass sponsor us, and Cineworld sponsor us, just so we don't have to spend money.
Stella, that keeps sparking your cans. Oh, I mean Christmas cracker.
It's a cracker. You got a can
Stella,
and a hat.
Stella can't sponsor you because you'd end up like dying 4 weeks into the sponsorship.
That's better than I thought. I thought you were going to say days. So.
But is that it for like things we've watched and played? Are you
guys.
Anything else you want to add?
I think that's it. Yeah.
Right.
Good fun.
Do you know what happened this week?
What happened this week?
In the gaming world?
I thought
The
we
Oscars.
were going to dive into politics there, and I was
No,
like,
no. God, no.
No, please.
The Game Awards 2019.
Ooh.
I know you stayed up all night to watch these for your.
I stayed up for the sun.
Hot chocolates and stuff.
I stayed up for some good fun.
With
I stayed up
marshmallows.
to get lucky.
Yeah, because I don't know how much value I put into the Gaming Awards or the Game Awards. Fuck.
It's just
They're okay.
It's kind of the same with like Oscars and stuff like that. Like I'm interested to find out who won, but it makes zero difference to me whatsoever. Like
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
like
it's
something
not-
if I like it. Not I've never like watched a film or played a game because it said multiple award winner. Like I'm like, well, it can still be shite.
There's tons of games of the year, isn't there?
Uh,
I'll run through a few things.
I go ahead, man.
There's a community support award. EA wasn't on the list. Oh, they were for Apex Legends, but they didn't win, obviously. Bungie won for Destiny 2, which I think's.
Well, Destiny 2 is still playable. I know a lot of people who still play that.
I find it weird. Like I know some people that play it as well, but I just find it weird. Like I think it's just because I played it very briefly. Me and Ross played it for a bit when it first came out.
Mm.
I just still see that as a pure old game, and
Yeah,
we never got
same.
to like the end of it. We never did the end content. We did with the first Destiny.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm rarely kind of reminded like go back. Oh, I played Destiny 2.
Do
I'm
your
like,
dailies.
what? Why? Oh, no.
VR game of the year, Beat Saber.
Yep. They had Green Day come out and play some songs.
Oh, because they're getting a pack now, aren't they? Green
Yeah.
Day or
Are they
getting
getting for the PS4?
I think so. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
and they're getting like an update as well, like 90 and like 90 degrees and like 180 degree levels.
Yeah.
So
That's
like all
pretty
over the
good.
place.
And
Like,
and aside, I'm actually thinking about getting Oculus Go,
mm.
Oh.
the portable one. I think it's only like £200.
Yeah, it's not
So-
too bad. You can get a 64 or a 128 variant, can you?
Yeah, and I'll put that in the pile of shit I don't play either. Independent game of the year was Disco Elysium.
Yeah,
I heard that
I
game was really good, but
Never heard of that game, and I was so angry because it fell out Outer Wilds and Untitled Goose Game. I was
And-
like, ah!
Yeah,
Katana
Untitled Goose
Zero.
Game, like I think I put this in the chat. Untitled Goose Game coming to Game Pass next week, man. I cannot wait.
That's when I'm going to play because I was going to get it for the Switch, but if it's coming Game Pass, I'm not buying
It
it.
seems like a really good Switch game, to be fair. But I mean, Game Pass is no point in buying it. But I remember when Dom was telling us about it when you were playing it, I was like, I really want to play this game.
I just want to be a dick.
This is me and Goose Farm.
This is really surprising because I've heard Disco Elysium's good because I really like RPGs,
Mhm.
but RPG of the year was Disco Elysium as well, which beat out Monster Hunter World, Iceborne, Kingdom Hearts 3, The Outer Worlds, which supposedly was,
Yeah, it was real good.
one of the games of the year as
Oh,
well.
really good.
And
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 14 Online, which I haven't played because I'm not a big online gamer, but I've heard that's really, really good as well.
Yeah.
So it's weird that this independent game won independent and role playing game of the year.
Well, I heard that it was the best. See, for Final Fantasy, it was the best
Expansion.
expansion it's been ever done from it. There's a few boys that play Muck that were saying, "Oh, you need to go on." I'm like, "I don't play PC," and he's like, "No, you need to go on it now." And then I think it was the most played online game.
Really?
Like for it, bet League of Legends and World of Warcraft, even Vanilla WoW and all that as well. And people are like,
Aye.
"This is insane."
I
Is it
got-
Shadowbringer? I think it was called Final Fantasy.
I've got a few of the discs for the PS4 because they were like a couple of £1 somewhere, and I was like, I'll get them in case I want to play the game, and then you have to like create an account online somewhere else and then log in with your PS, and like it was just too much hassle for me because I'm lazy and I didn't do it, but I might do it eventually. That means I'm never going to do it. So
That's
Yeah.
just a nice way of saying like forgotten about you.
I'm probably going to get Disco Elysium now though.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna check that.
Because
out.
you're a wee sheep. Like,
Yes.
Goes whatever.
Yes.
Others. Oh, it's got an award. It must be good.
Maybe.
Sheep.
Exactly.
That's-
Shut up.
Mm,
Action game of the year though. DMC5.
yeah.
Now,
What a
Ham-
game.
Hamish is going to
What
hate
a
that.
game.
It'd be out Astral
This is
Chain, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Metro Exodus, Apex Legends, and Gears
I
5.
was shocked at the BU Gears
Oh,
5.
Gears
That's why
5.
I was like, oh, I don't know, that's quite tough. But
What was the category? Action game.
Action game. Action game's the most vaguest fucking
Aye.
titles ever. Like
But no,
everything's
it
an
should-
action game.
It shouldn't have beat Gears 5. I don't think.
really,
Have you you played both, haven't you?
More for the like
I thought,
Gears 5. You've got a pretty good multiplayer and you've got a big campaign as well.
but it's more
Yeah.
that with DMC5 you've got 3 characters with their own uniqueness,
And
and
they're
they
all
all do
shite.
different for it. Aye, but again, it's you know,
It's
you know,
taste, obviously.
That-
yeah, it's taste and you know,
Aye.
but,
That
you know,
costs-
My good taste, your bad taste.
That'll cause some arguments.
well, it's the winner because so clearly.
so clearly, Dom's got the right opinion.
It's like that Skinner moment. It's like, wait, is it me who's wrong?
No, it's the kids who are
The
wrong.
kids.
Right, Dom, you've played most of the games on this list.
Yeah.
Devil May Cry 5, Astral
Yeah, lights
Chain.
done, fucking hell.
It's almost like, you know, it's like when it comes to action games, I'm a big fan of them for it as well, and I would agree with like DMC out of all of them.
That because
Yeah.
you don't get any
Normal.
action in your real life. You need it on the game.
but I think like having Devil May Cry 5 and Astral Chain in the same bracket
Yeah.
makes sense. but Call of Duty and Metro Exodus and Apex Legends and Gear 5 should be in their own shooter.
First person shooter.
Yeah.
Well, Gears isn't first person, obviously, but shooter basically. Yeah.
The next one is esports teams. We'll be skipping that quickly.
I'll go for it.
We don't know any of them.
G2 esports,
No, see.
which beat out G1 to 5.
What is that?
Hugh, what, Hugh,
What the fuck does that mean?
I don't
Hugh.
fucking no idea.
what was the best strategy game?
It's Fire Emblem, Three Houses.
Ah.
I put a lot of time
He's
into that.
looking at a tablet with it on it, mate. Like, there's no point in asking him.
Nah, it was just like
Actually, I played another game on this list, Wargroove, which is really fucking good. That's on Game Pass.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
I tried that.
I haven't played Age of Wonders, Tropical 6, Anno 1800, or Total War. I think a
Tropical-
lot of them are like PC.
Tropical games are pretty much the same thing.
yeah, as well.
Fire Emblem's really fucking good though.
Yeah.
Big
Big Jason was like it, man.
I like.
Mate, you told us for like 4 podcasts.
I know, but it's like there's so much to do in it. I just never I never got to the end, and I never even got to the time skip.
And I kind of dropped off it as well.
Other things came out, and
yeah.
I was like, oh shit.
That's the big downfall about games that are a lot of work. You know what I mean? Like, it really, really needs to be good to keep you
Guys,
entertained.
your favourite award,
What?
esports game.
What?
Sports game.
League of Legends won esports game.
Alright, okay. I have played that before. It's not.
I can understand.
Not my thing, but
Best esports host.
me.
Stop.
SJOKZ.
Shock.
Sharks. You actually
Sharks.
probably like.
Yeah, Shock's alright.
Family Game. Luigi's Mansion 3 won that.
Is that a
Don't
family
know.
game?
I don't know. Family Game's a dumb category as well. I
Family
think.
game, does that just mean it appeals to all,
It just
like,
means
all ages?
Nintendo
or-
game.
Yeah, I think
It
that's
just-
it's a Nintendo category.
Literally, every single game in this category is Nintendo.
But
You
you,
got
but you would think like family game means you can play with like at least 2
Yeah.
people.
well, Super Mario Maker 2 is in it. You know, it's
Yeah,
alright.
that makes
Yoshi's Crafted World, Ring Fit Adventure, and Smash Brothers. Like, family game means nothing. You may as well just said, "What's your favourite game that is rated a U or whatever they call it, like
an E
rated
for everyone.
E for everyone."
Yeah.
Debut indie game was Disco Elysium. It beat Gris, My Friend Pedro,
Oh, right.
Outer Wilds, Untitled Goose Game, and Slay the Spire.
Goose is getting no love, man.
Do you know that esports coaches and they get awards?
Yeah,
Skyrim.
they make so much money, man. You got to realise that.
I know. It's just not. I'm too old for that shit. Best
So,
esports event.
An esport coach, so that basically just like someone that tells people to play games better.
Oh, how they coach them in to do it, because like you wouldn't believe it, man. Like, see diet and stuff like that, and for your esports players and
I
that.
don't get it,
Yeah,
man.
it's nuts, man. Honestly,
It's-
going to the gym and they're like, you need work. You've got to, work
on
out,
that
make
thumb
sure that you get.
dexterity.
I'm like, whoa, really? And they've got to watch like you can't have this much sugar or caffeine because like you play at your tweet too much. And you're like, I didn't even think
I
of
can
that.
kind
you
of see where it's coming from, and like you say, there's a lot of money in it. So
Your coach would say, "Don't drink beer."
I'm like, fuck you, you're fired.
Right, studio or game direction of the year. Again, another fucking terrible name for an award. Like, it doesn't narrow it down.
I kind of felt that
This-
Capcom should have got this one. I was really gutted that they didn't. See, not for Devil May Cry, for Resi. I thought Resi 2 remake was
Yeah, I can
Phenomenal.
see that. Yeah.
Death Stranding got it anyway.
Yeah.
Kojima Productions
Of course-
and
of course it
Sony
did.
Interactive Entertainment.
again. I can understand. See, looking at the game,
It's not even like it's one of those things. It's not because it's good. It's just because it's different.
yeah. But it looks gorgeous though.
Yeah.
It looks gorgeous.
Art direction is an award.
Yeah.
And Control got it. Control's a game that I actually is on my list to get.
I remember you talking about it.
Yeah, it's
I have
really
heard it's
good.
really good. I have watched a few people play it on Twitch, and it's been really good.
It beat that Sayonara Sayonara Wild Hearts that you played them, and
Yeah.
Legends of Zelda.
Legends
Legends of Zelda: Link to the Past.
Yeah.
I'm trying to say all of it at the
Why
one
did you say
time.
Link to the
Sayonara
Past?
Wild
I
Hearts,
don't
I don't think that should have got for art. Even though I thought it was gorgeous for it, to win it for such a short game over anything else that was on that list there, like Death Stranding or the Link's Awakening. Nah.
Mm.
I mean, as much as I liked it, no way. I don't think
No?
it should have won. It's too short. These other games, at least you can get 12, 13 hours at the minimum.
Yeah.
Audio design, Modern Warfare won that.
Yeah, so
That's a weird one, but
So I booted that up. Last night when I was trying to get on the play with
Yeah,
play with
me
it,
too,
I was
yeah.
having so much issues with it, like my Xbox. But I put on the headphones and played it through the audio. See, when you start it up, you can decide if you've got a whole theatre and stuff. Playing about with that, holy shit!
it's really good, isn't it?
Holy shit, it's so good.
That's what you get from a high budgeted game though. They
Yeah.
can put money into it. So
Aye,
the
it
other thing.
is
Again,
really
that's why
easy,
I was
you know,
like,
so-
yeah, I can understand that. Because, but see, if I didn't do that last night and I seen that they won, I'd probably raging at it because again, Resi 2 got beat out from that, and I thought that was really well done. See, especially when you've got like X going to give it to you, chasing you down the hallway in Resi. Yeah, and then you could hear him above you, if you're wearing like surround sound headphones. It's terrifying.
Yeah, it was kind of like that in what's that game for the PS4, the horror game?
Resident Evil 7.
No, not Resident Evil.
Until Dawn.
Until Dawn,
Yeah.
it had like an
Oh,
option.
yeah.
These wireless PlayStation headphones have
That's
an
great.
option called Until Dawn. That like if you set it, like if someone's walking behind you, the audio design's like designed for the headphones. The next one is
I can believe that with Modern Warfare though, because they've got obviously the footsteps all around you.
Yeah.
Every gun sounds
Yeah.
different and stuff like that, and
I
you
don't
can
know.
tell immediately like where someone is
distance
from
and-
firing. And
I don't know how many times I've like been playing multiplayer with you guys. I've been running through a building and I hear footsteps behind me. So like I duck down and stuff like that, and someone runs by. I'm like, God, I'm so fucking good at this.
aye, no, it really makes a difference having a
Hugh's
headset.
like,
man.
yeah, when you're sitting down, you're just like, so I just started blasting.
I just started
But what's really annoying though is like it makes you want to really listen to it, and then sometimes see when like there's 3-4 of us playing,
Yeah.
and we're all talking shite. And
No,
I just want to be like, shut the fuck up, guys. I think someone's being really shut up. Shit's about to go down.
Right, I think like, this is going to be confusing, but the next award is called Action Adventure.
Right, so we've already had action, but this is action adventure.
This has got Death Stranding, Borderlands 3, Resident Evil 2, Link to the Past, Link's Awakening, Control, and Sekiro.
I would have thought Gears would be perfect for that.
Yeah, I
was thinking
know,
as well.
but
Mm.
Sekiro won it.
Yeah.
I've not played Sekiro because I'm
No.
not.
I did find that. I mean, like,
I knew it was going to be too hard for me.
I was a bit disappointed at that one, but then it's just not that type of game for me. I kind of fell off that as well. Looked gorgeous, played well, but it didn't keep me interested. See, like Dark Souls or anything like that, or Bloodborne. Their like sort of aesthetic or the look that they have, like the story for it, kind of keeps you engaged. That one, I was like,
I heard
sure.
this really good, but it's like not a reskinned Dark Souls, but like it's the same.
Same beats.
Yeah, it's the same type of game.
It
It's
hits the
just
same
bosses.
notes and-
It's just
yeah.
all bosses constantly. It's not like Devil May Cry where there's like all the scrubs you've got to fucking combo your way through.
Yeah.
That sounds like quite a hard category to
Yeah.
judge.
Yeah,
from.
yeah.
I could see that going
That's why
multiple
games
ways, you know.
do not suit
Aye,
award
type
shows
things, yeah.
because like they can bridge multiple genres. I know films can as well, but not in the
Aye,
same way
not the
games
same,
can.
Yeah.
Mobile game of the year was Call of Duty Mobile.
I can see that.
I can say I haven't played any of the other games in the list, but I'm going to look at a few.
Isn't like Mario Kart on it?
No, Mario Kart wasn't. I think I don't know if Mario Kart
Mario
was
Kart's-
released at I don't know what the.
And
how
this is all
long's-
these are all fan voted for it as well. So
Right,
Mario
right.
Kart wasn't really received well.
It's I think it was because it was gacha.
I thought Call of Duty was just out recently, but
No,
has that
no.
been out a while?
That's
no?
been
I've
been
been,
a while.
I think I was
It's been a
telling the
while.
other. I've been playing it on my new tablet with an Xbox controller,
Yeah,
and it's like playing a Xbox 360 Call of Duty
yeah.
because they've got all the Xbox 360 maps and stuff like that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Some of it, yeah, you're like, this is a janky mobile game.
So what else was on the list? Of that?
Sky, Children of Light, Grindstone, Sayonara, Wild Hearts, and What the Golf.
What? the
Never
fuck?
heard of them.
Yeah, I've heard of Sayonara Wild Hearts
Ah,
because
'cause I was
Dom
Oh, yeah,
played
yeah.
that on the Switch.
Aye.
I've not heard of the other two, but
Grindstone, like that it's a bad idea putting grind in the name of your mobile game because they all are a fucking grind, and
Wee.
it's just
I think I'm missing the meaning behind a lot of these titles, like the names of the awards.
Yeah, because the next one's really strange.
it's
about-
called Games for Impact.
right. Okay, well, what are the games on the list?
It may be emotional impact I'm
Yeah,
talking about because
yeah.
the games on the list are emotional games. Because I know Life is Strange 2, which I've still got to complete. I completed the first episode and said I was going to wait for the 5th episode to come out, and I think it came out a couple of weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
The game one was called Gris, and I've heard of this game, but again, it's one of them downloadable games.
It's
and-
digital.
and,
It's
digital only and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
it's
Devolver Digital is the ones that, so they're
Right.
pretty solid.
What else was on that?
Concrete Genie, Life is Strange 2, Kind Words, Lo-Fi Chill Beats, and Sea of Solitude. I haven't heard of those games, but I think they're
Life is Strange,
so
obviously, but
like
When
what's
the last chapter only just came out for Life is Strange 2 as,
Yeah, yeah.
2 as well.
what's that game you played? Something Edith Finch.
What Remains of Edith Finch?
Like a game like that where
Yeah.
it's some gameplay, but mostly
It's the story that you go through, yeah.
and emotions.
Aye.
They make you feel things, Hamish. You know, them emotions.
I've repressed those feelings, mate. I don't feel anything now.
Fighting game. This is, you know.
This was
I don't get how. I don't get. When did this game come out?
So like beat 'em ups.
Yeah.
Now.
When did this game come out, Dom? I thought this game came out like 2 years ago.
What are the games on the list?
Dead or Alive 6, Mortal Kombat 11, Samurai Showdown,
2018, end of 2018.
Jump Force, and Smash Bros Ultimate.
It's a good list.
Yeah.
That's a good list.
Yeah.
End of 2018 it came out.
Personally, it'd need to be Smash Bros.
Yeah,
like, that's the
Smash
most
Bros
fun.
won.
Aye.
But I thought Smash Bros came out.
2018. End of 2018. For it winning, it's very strange for that to go in for it, but I think it's more because the DLC that's came out with all the new fighters. It was weird to see Mortal Kombat 11 being on there.
Aye,
I really didn't like that game. It really disappointed me, and they had a trailer for it as well at the Game Awards for Joker being there as well. Don't know if you've seen that.
Weirdest looking Joker.
They had
ever.
Casey dressed up as Harley for some reason. I was like, alright.
Are they just taking the Joker from Injustice 2, no?
No, it's not. No, it looks weirder.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
Injustice is obviously like actually DC. This is a weird, like
hybrid.
I don't know what the fuck it is. It's weird.
Yeah, I know.
And I can't believe Jump Force was on it of all bloody games. That game's terrible.
I played Jump Force and I played it for like an hour or something, and I was like, I can't play this anymore. It's just not a deep game. It might be eventually, but it didn't pull me in.
You,
Nah, I'm not.
Like, because I played the My Hero Academia game, and I thought it was going to be like that.
No, that's more like the Naruto games or what Kakarot's going to be like. That's more like the games play like.
The My Hero Academia game is actually fun to play.
Yeah.
Like,
So we had a good laugh when we were playing up at
yeah, just button bash away.
Yeah.
But
Do you want me to continue this then, Hugh?
yeah, you go for it now. I'll take a few.
Right. So the score soundtrack that they had there for it for the Game Awards: Kingdom Hearts, Sayonara Wild Hearts, Death Stranding, Devil May Cry 5, Death Stranding, winning that.
Alright, okay.
But then the soundtrack for that is basically
Yeah, it's Bring Me the Horizons on it, and just loads of bands. It's always
Alright,
friends.
so it was kind of like from what I've heard they all
Right,
appeared in the games.
is it
and
that
stuff
Scottish
like that.
band Paris? Is it Paris? It looks like a V in
Yeah, Pivaris.
Paris.
Aye, Paris, yeah.
Is that? I'm assuming that's what they're calling. It's just
like Purvis was
Yeah.
Purvis.
So you're basically
Purvis.
buying a complete.
Oh, is that how you mean? Purvis.
Purvis?
Is it Purvis?
Purvis. Pvris.
Probably.
Is that a female singer? That one.
I don't
I
know.
don't know.
I just know
we're not
that
down with the kids, mate.
on Twitter. On Twitter, they put Purvis up.
I think it's Purvis. Aye.
Okay, sports and racing game category there as well. So there's FIFA F1 2019, Dirt Rally 2.0, Pro Evo, and Crash Team Racing.
I'm assuming FIFA. wasn't it?
I think,
no, Crash
I
Team
think you
Racing
could
one.
have split that into two
Sports.
awards.
That could have been
Yeah.
sports and then
And
the
racing,
racing
yeah.
one.
But maybe it's because they didn't have like enough racing game or enough sports games.
Well,
Because there's always like, it was either going to go with FIFA
Racing,
or
there's like Need for Speed, there's Forza, there's
but did any of the games come out this year?
Need for Speed came out like recently, didn't it?
Fuel,
The
I
new
think
one.
it's called.
No, there's I don't know.
Heat.
Heat, yeah, Heat.
Just adjectives.
For that as well. But we go for performance then as well, because like the other ones
I
are.
always go for performance.
Yeah.
mate.
So you got a lot like from but it was going to be that Mads guy from Death Stranding. I've been hearing everyone been saying
When
that
are
he's.
you getting that one though?
Shut up.
You skipped. You
Yeah.
skipped to.
I skip this because the points, content, and
Oh,
Shade.
content
You know
creator,
what I mean?
esports
Right,
player.
well,
Shite.
so we'll go on to performance for it as well. Mads, clear winner from Death Stranding. He's playing like a pivotal character supposedly in it, and it's like Oscar worthy from what I've heard.
Mads
a lot of people
Mads Mikkelsen, yeah.
Yeah, Mads
Yeah.
Mikkelsen.
Oh, he's a good
But
actor,
I
man.
did like Norm Reedus was on it as
He's
well.
the main character.
Yeah, because he's the guy there for it as well. But Ashley Burke, she was in the Outer Worlds. Like she's plays Ash in Final Space as well.
And she also plays Aloy in Horizon Zero
That's
Dawn.
it, right? That's
Oh,
right.
right,
So she
okay.
does. I was like, she's plays
Yeah.
something else.
I was like, that's my favourite game. I
Yeah,
can't remember the
really
main
fucking
character.
character.
And I've got her up there in plushie form as well.
Why is there a hole cut on the back of that?
and the front of it.
Tiny little plushie. Cut that out.
Yeah, tiny little hole. That sounds about right.
The award for the narrative game. So I'm assuming that's just like
That's story
which
game.
means you hold your
just,
hands in
yeah.
that. You've got Death Stranding, Outer Worlds, Control, Disco Elysium, and The Plague's Tale.
Death Stranding won that.
No,
No.
Disco Elysium again.
I'm terrible at
that's
this
like,
game.
they're doing,
I need
they're
to
doing
play
really
this
well.
Disco Elysium.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, beating out like Control, but I've heard a really decent story-driven game and the Outer Worlds as well.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's pretty impressive. Ongoing games, basically games that are like you've got Apex, Destiny, Final
It's games
Fantasy,
that'll keep
Tom Clancy. I can't believe that. Was that Rainbow Siege? I think got announced for. I'm like, but yeah, Fortnite won that, which was a bit.
If it's a popular vote, I can see that. 'Cause
Yeah,
there's a
again,
lot of players.
definitely for it, because again, as I said with the Final Fantasy one for it, people are saying best additional ever for it as well. Multiplayer game.
It's a fucking broad category
Which,
as well, man.
yeah, again,
it's
which I
wild,
was
isn't
pure gutted that the one game that's on that list, I was like, how the fuck did they not get that? And it's because the amount of hours I put into it. So it's Borderlands 3, Modern Warfare, Division 2, Apex, and Tetris 99. And it was Apex Legend.
I was going to say it'll be something like Apex.
Yeah,
It's not fair,
Tetris
like,
99
You
didn't
wanted
get it.
Tetris and
I wanted
Tetris is so addictive.
Tetris is fucking shite.
What? Is that just because you're bad at it?
I'm not bad at it, it's just shite.
I'm not bad at it, just
It's just a boring
And
concept.
Game of the
concept.
year, Sekiro, got that.
Sekiro
What
was
else, what else was up?
So there was Control, Resi 2, Smash Bros, Death Stranding, and the Outer Worlds.
There's a lot of like contradictions in these awards.
Yeah, you think, how would it be nominated for that but not nominated for this? If it's that good, or how would it win this and not be nominated in this
But again, it's
category?
all done to fans' votes, so it's like it's
obviously
fans.
what people
It's
can-
the fans that are wrong.
The fans are always wrong.
But if it was game to me, I thought like Resi kind of got robbed for that. Capcom have been doing really well recently, especially with their announcement of like Resi 3 coming there for it as well, with their new multiplayer coming for the Resi 3.
we need to
as
get
well,
we need to
which
get
is
Hugh playing some
Hugh,
kind
you
of
need to, I'm going to get him onto Resi 2 if we get him on the stream to play
Yeah,
it.
I'd be happy with like
I
if you
think-
want to do all the resis, we can start from like 0 or 1 and like work our way up.
Yeah.
That'll take a long fucking time. I think we should just
We've
go
got
in
one
at the
for-
deep end. Resident Evil 7 VR, mate.
No.
Like shit, these bridges.
It is it's
shit
proper
myself.
scary, man.
But they were all. What was the big announcement?
Right, we've got the awards done, right?
Yeah.
So there was a lot of news and trailers being released at Game Awards because it needs to
Xbox.
needs to
It needs to
make
sell,
money.
Needs to sell.
Yeah, it needs to
That's
make-
why they got Green Day out. They were like
So,
that, you know.
So Microsoft did that thing that they always do by
Shitly naming things.
shittily naming and designing the first iteration
What's
of
wrong
the
with the
console.
design of it?
Oh.
Talk about it.
It
What's
looks like a wireless
Xbox,
speaker.
Xbox Series X, isn't it?
The Xbox Series X, which
Such
is
a
going
shit
to, it's going to get it's probably going to get shortened down to Xbox 6.
It's gotta be.
Or yeah, it's a terrible name.
Xbox SE.
I think they just.
X.
I think they like confusing parents, you know, like because they're gonna go like the kids are gonna ask for, can I get an Xbox Series X? And they're gonna go into a game shop. At
Come out with a
Christmas and-
Nintendo.
And they're gonna be like, can I get an Xbox
X.
something? And the person's gonna be like, a 1X, an X,
A 1S.
a Series X.
Yeah,
What?
That's the thing with this, right? It looks like a squished 1X. Like it looks like you took a 1X and just reshaped it.
Everyone's
Yeah, actually
complaining that it's tall and it's like,
It looks like a PC.
Yeah, it looks like a PC tower.
yeah, but let's not forget, like 360 could go up and down the PlayStation 2, the PlayStation 3.
It could go
like-
up and down.
Yeah, but well, so what? Like,
But supposedly the PS5 is going to be similar. I don't know why they're going this way because it'll be quite.
I think it's not even as bad as people are saying. It's like the size of like 3 controllers up or something like that. Like,
Yeah,
it's not
like-
that big.
I don't know why I'm playing it. I'm probably definitely going to get it.
Probably definitely.
Probably definitely going to get it day one.
Uh,
But like, terrible name. That's an Xbox thing.
I don't know why they just didn't keep it
Keep
Scarlet.
it Scarlet. I was just going to say
Yeah,
that.
Xbox
yeah,
Scarlet sounds pretty good because you can say, "Can I get the Scarlet?"
Aye.
The differences with this one.
I think you can keep like multiple games open. You know, you can like resume a game and go
Yeah,
to it.
yeah.
You can do that multiple games.
I don't know.
I'm
That,
like, why? How many games am I going to play?
I know
on this?
that doesn't seem like a
already-
feature I'm going to
And what do you know? What I would love them to have, like seriously, for the Xbox to actually when it launches, to actually have it working. That dashboard to actually work
Yeah,
and
but
not
did the dashboard
crash.
change lately on the
Yes,
Xbox?
it did because I noticed that as well. Because
And-
it's the first time I turned on the Xbox in forever. And I went, hold on, this actually was fast.
Yeah, it went to a list where it had less like animations and
Yeah.
stuff. Mine's is just a list now.
I don't see that.
No, that's not
Is
it.
yours different then?
I don't know. I'm part of the preview program, so
Did everyone just hear
I did
my?
hear
I
that.
just did
It was
Xbox
my
off.
Xbox app on my tablet.
like because we're shouting Xbox.
Xbox.
Nah, someone's on playing something.
Right.
But yeah, it says here it can fit both vertically and horizontally, so you can lie it down.
Right, so it's just the
Yeah,
same
it's
as like
like,
some of the previous ones.
The controller is technically new.
Yeah.
Its size and shape has been refined to accommodate an even wider range of people, like mutant-handed people, and also features a new share button. So pretty much it's just got a new share button.
So what I want to know as well,
We've got
is
that accessibility controller, so it's obviously be easier for people like that have kind of disabilities and stuff like that. So
I don't think they designed it like that though, but like the
what is have they mentioned anything about having battery packs inside it rather than batteries?
no,
Right, so it's still going to be run off batteries, which is still bizarre.
it'll support the Xbox Elite Series 2 controller,
Which I'm sure is just battery ran. It's not.
and
yeah, but I mean, like batteries does have a good side as well. I mean, if you're playing and your pack runs out, you might not have like a cable for it. You need, but if you've got batteries, you can just change the batteries and keep playing.
But then it's a wasteful for the batteries. Like, it's no point in having batteries. For a
yeah, I don't really have
controller.
that issue with my PS4. Because I've got several PS4 controllers.
I don't have the issue with an Xbox because I just buy those wee rechargeable battery packs.
That's what people are saying, that they're making you buy extra shit.
But then it's not even.
And the
Xbox
controllers are
ones
the
that I
same
bought.
price.
Aye. Well,
That like, see if the Xbox controller was £30 and the PS4 controller was £50, you could almost justify that then. But the Xbox controller's got less stuff in it than a PS4 controller,
yeah.
Yeah.
which doesn't make it any better because the PS4 controller's got a lot of wasted
I'm glad
things
the
on it.
PS5 controllers are getting rid of the light bar. I thought that was really cool.
I quite like it, but
Yeah.
sometimes it's distracting.
But they also are making it USB-C, aren't they, as well? So it's fast
Yeah.
charging your controllers too.
Right, you can use the new Xbox Wireless controller with your Xbox One and Windows 10 PCs. It'll support 60 frames per second at 4K with possibly up to 120 FPS.
Is that native though?
We've known that.
I don't know. It also support 8K visuals.
We've-
This is
stuff
all
that
this
we've
is all
heard
just
before,
hype
yeah.
though, because we got told that the Xbox One was going to be able to do 1080 out of the box and it couldn't.
Yeah.
So I don't know how much I believe of press releases.
You know what I always hate, and every this isn't just Xbox, like every company does it. But they're like the most powerful Xbox ever, the most powerful.
Fucking better be.
Right, like imagine if they came out and say not quite as powerful as our last console that we released 5 years ago. People would be like, what?
It's an Xbox, I guess. Shrug.
The next thing on the list is that the Xbox Series X has a next generation SSD will virtually eliminate load times. Now I don't think load times are a big issue.
Not
Anymore,
anymore.
no.
No.
Sometimes I like them because I get a wee drink break and stuff like that.
They're not even long enough though. Like sometimes you'll be playing a game like the Outer Worlds or something like that, and you'll get like a wee tip down the bottom, and you're like, you need to fucking speed read it. To actually
too fast.
read it on, like, and it's like, what's the point in that loading screen?
This is the one I actually like. It's backwards compatible across all previous Xboxes. Thousands of favourite games across 4 generations of gaming, all your Xbox One gaming accessories and industry leading services like Game Pass. Now, it doesn't say it there, but does that mean every Xbox game, every Xbox 360 game,
Well, I'm assuming
every
it's the
Xbox
same
One
one.
game?
I'm assuming it's the same one they've been doing backwards compatible for recently.
No, but they stopped doing backwards compatible for the Xbox One to develop the software
Does
for
this
this new one.
come with a disc drive though?
Yes, it does. You can see it in the picture.
I'd say that's
You see, that could be a light. We don't know.
that's up for
I'm not
interpretation
mentioning
just now.
anything.
Like,
No, it will be a disc drive. They can't release because they won't release an all digital console until everywhere's got better internet.
That's true.
They have an
Look
all
at the stadium.
they have an all digital console, and it's in the name all digital console.
Yeah, and it's
What's
called
it
the
called?
Xbox SAD.
Xbox SAD. Yeah, it's a fucking good deal though.
That is really good.
Like if you
got that in Game Pass, you're set.
you're sorted. Like you can have that in your spare room. Wait, what? Oh.
Aye, that's why you feel like it's sad though. Xbox
Yeah,
SAD.
it's sad because you can't feed it discs.
But I'll talk about the backwards compatibility. That's open for interpretation. It's
Yeah.
saying it's across 4 platforms, but we've already got that just means the Xbox ones we already have, the Xbox 360 ones we already have, and then Xbox One games.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then obviously the games current for it. So
Well,
it could literally just be the same games, but hopefully it means that they're expanding it to
Yeah.
Yeah.
even if they're not expanding it to everyone, as long as they keep adding games on to it, you know.
Yeah, especially like see the Final Fantasy 13, what they did with that, whereas they took a game that was super compressed.
Yeah, we have seen
and
that
like
as well,
didn't
just
run well on the Xbox 360, and like updated it to give it like
new life.
high definition cutscenes, and it ran a lot better, it wasn't stuttering and stuff like that.
So do you think that they're going to be doing that with any other games for the Xbox that you were like, okay, that could have
Well,
ran
I wanted
better
them to do it with Vanquish. I know that Vanquish is backwards compatible, but the PC version of Vanquish runs at 60 frames per second.
Oh, but you've not heard the news?
It's coming out for the PS4, but
With
is that...
Bayonetta?
But, yeah, with Bayonetta, but...
And then it was like, where's Bayo 2? And everyone's like,
That's
Wii U
Nintendo.
exclusive,
But, like, is that the version at 60 frames, or is that the version that's just backwards compatible?
see, that's true.
Yeah, like, so I would want to know that, because some games are a lot better in 60 frames, like Vanquish actually is a lot better because it's maybe a fast-paced shooter.
Yeah, with dodges and stuff.
Yeah.
It needs to be fluid.
Yeah, so this is where things start to get confusing now. What version of the game are we getting, and like if,
What license do they hold for it as well? Because that's a big important thing now.
yeah, have you got the 360 version, or have you got this new remastered version, or the PC version? Also, if we're getting games backwards compatible with the Xbox, are we going to be able to play online with them? A server's going to be I just want to hear more details. Or are they just going to say, look, it'll play the game basic?
Base concept.
Like minimum.
That'd be good,
Obviously, that's kind of we'll hear about more as it comes out. Like, is there a release date or anything like that?
It just
Jump to
says
the toilet quick.
it just says holiday 2020.
I'm going to jump to the toilet. Sorry.
Not only were games given awards here, games were given trailers,
Uh,
announcement trailers, and we got our first Xbox Series X, what a fucking shit name that is, and PS5 games announced. First Xbox Series X game announced.
you know, I would say just call it Xbox 20. I think that would have been better because it was released at
Why 20?
Xbox 2020.
Yeah.
That would have been better.
But that's just going to confuse people more. Like,
just call it Xbox 2020.
Oh, the Xbox
what happened
one
to
was called
between,
the
what happened to
Xbone.
2 to 19, mate? We just had the one and then
Oh man, don't even.
Yeah.
this
is
is
so
picked a
annoying,
terrible
man.
way to fucking name them, but
They're doing it on purpose now.
You could have called it Xbox Hindsight
2020.
2020. Oh my god.
Xbox, we didn't fuck this one up. Well, the first ever next gen Xbox game is going to be a sequel to Hellblade. Hellblade 2 Senua's Saga.
Oh, right. I loved that game. That was really good.
Yeah, it's a really fucking good game, and it's made by Ninja Theory, so it's going to be Xbox exclusive now because
They bought Ninja
Ninja
Theory.
Theory is Xbox Studio, which
Don't
is
know
a
if-
fucking good and bad thing
Yeah.
because they've now got money and they're a good studio,
Yeah, so
but
we can
also there's
hopefully
less
do a lot more of it.
creativity because Xbox or Microsoft might be like, look, you're going to make these games for us. But I'm hoping they let them just have money and then create whatever they want.
I feel like, if I remember right, it was a while ago that I played it, but I remember near the end thinking, oh, they'll make a sequel to this, or they could make a sequel to this. So maybe they were planning on making that anyway.
That had great audio design. That game.
I was actually going to say that, like, obviously it was out earlier than those awards, but I think it probably either did win awards or it fucking should have, because the audio in that was amazing.
Right, the first PS5 game announced,
Mm-hmm.
I feel so old with these, is Godfall. There's no gameplay, it's just a CG trailer.
Yeah,
It
it was
looks
like
pretty
Destiny
cool.
slash
Yeah,
Anthem slash.
it reminds me of the first Destiny trailers where it was like 3 characters, but they were like user created characters and you were doing like a mission. Like, it
You
looks
don't
like.
see any gameplay.
Nah, there's no gameplay, it's just a cinematic trailer.
What kind of game is it? Like,
I don't know yet, be action. Because they had swords and shit, so.
they had swords, so it's got to be action.
Yeah. So,
Unless they're just looking at swords and do detail.
don't know how
maybe
much.
maybe it's Antiques Roadshow type of game. You know,
Oh, the sword was on fire too, so.
Well, maybe it's
They look.
Antiques Roadshow with the side of like Fahrenheit 20.
Looks like
27,
it looks
maybe.
like a cross between Anthem, Destiny, and Egyptian style stuff.
Right. Okay. Oh, that reminds me. The next Assassin's Creed. Have you seen the timeline of it?
No. What is
Era?
it?
Vikings. And who fucking called it so many podcasts ago? I did.
I don't
No,
know. We're not going
no,
back to check, so.
I said space, and then you went, no, we're more likely to get Vikings. And I went, Hamish, when I die, Vikings. I'm sure that's what the discussion was.
I can't remember which podcast. Otherwise, I would find the clip and would put it in right here. But I definitely said it. But, yeah. I mean, it makes sense though. What else would it be now?
Yeah, they've
Ran out of options.
yeah. The next Bravely Default game is coming out for the Switch. Bravely Default's an RPG series made by Square Enix.
Yeah.
It's got 2 games on the 3DS, so it's obvious the next one's coming to the Switch. Looks good. The first couple of like old school RPGs. I think they're made by the same people that made like Octopath Traveler and stuff.
Yeah,
I think that's Tokyo RPG Studio.
Yeah.
Like, looking forward to it.
Yeah, but as well.
Game. Weird West.
That's Devolver, isn't it?
The co-creators of Prey and Dishonored are making something called Weird West.
Oh, I liked Prey.
It's
I
the-
like
I think
this
it's
one.
the
Yeah, like both of them games. Didn't show much. There's nothing much to say
No,
about it
it's-
because these games are just like being announced. like,
Yeah, it's very early stages, but I mean, obviously that's opening the floodgates, so now we'll start to hear more about.
Yeah.
the semi-reformed Telltale Games is bringing back Wolf Among Us 2.
I can't wait for
Finally.
that, man. That was my favourite Telltale game.
I love that game. It was up
It's
there with
really,
Tales
really
of
good.
Borderlands and the first series of Walking Dead. I
Mm.
loved that game and I was
You know,
so good.
Batman was pretty good.
That was okay.
See,
Apart from the technical problems with Telltale Games,
I
Batman was
thought
pretty
I
good.
thought they were all pretty good, but Wolf Among Us stood head and shoulders above the rest.
The only one I didn't
think
like
we
was
got
the
lazy.
Guardians one.
Guardians was okay,
I liked
but
it,
like,
sorry.
I think it's like cookie cutter at a point. They were like, we'll just start throwing these out. Guardians was good.
Yeah.
Like it had
Guardians was good.
I had the themes from the film. Had the themes from the film in it.
Yeah,
About them being family and stuff like that, and Thanos was in it, and it was pretty
it
good.
was also
But,
kind of its own thing. Like,
but again, I played it right after I played the Batman one, and I was like, I'm bored of this gameplay. So
I
fast.
even struggle. Like, I generally wait for all the episodes to come out so I can play them one after another.
Yeah.
But even like sometimes you get to episode 4 and you're like, I need to play something else because it's just very
Repetitive.
Yeah.
They're not even long games; they're about 10 hours. I think each episode's
if
about
that,
2 hours each.
Mm-hmm.
But the Wolf Among Us 2, looking forward to it. The first one was really good. I actually had no
Loved it.
idea, but it was my first ever Telltale game.
Oh,
and
you're lucky
I
then. man.
enjoyed it. Successor to Baldur's Gate is coming out. It's called Dark
Yep,
Alliance,
Dark Alliance.
Right.
Baldur's Gate's like your
a Diablo style game.
I
yeah.
remember playing that on the PC when I was really young, like
Yeah.
the first Baldur's Gate, man.
I remember playing that as well. Oh, look at that one! I can remember that, man. Oh, Fast and the Furious.
Yeah.
Crossroads, a game that I'm like, oh man, can't wait to play this game that should have been released in 2003. Just the
Yeah.
trailer looked rotten.
We don't get a lot of film games anymore, do we? Not
They
a
need
lot
to
of
get the money
license.
somehow.
For a good reason.
Yeah, because they're mostly terrible.
That reminds me of something else actually. Like again, I keep going back to things like, how do you say Jumanji?
Jumanji?
Yeah,
Jumanji.
you said Jumanji, not Jumanji, right?
Who said that?
See the fucking guy, Rice, something like his name is. He's in the film. He's like the guy that tells them their quest and stuff like that, right? But Jumanji,
Oh, does he go Jumanji?
Jumanji,
Yeah.
he calls it, yeah.
Jumanji.
There's also that's exactly his voice. That's how he does it. But there's I was just reminded there because there's a game for that for the movie.
Oh,
Like,
right,
so you
what's it
can
called?
play as the Rock. It's called Jumanji the game or something like that. Or Jumanji the next level.
Sure it's
or
not.
something.
Oh, Jumanji Next Level, the
But-
game.
And in the trailer, the guy's like Jumanji, and I'm like fucking fuck
Yeah.
off. It's Jumanji.
Because the only reason why, because I've just recently watched it, that's the only reason why I remember the voice and going, that does sound strange.
It's just anyway. As you were.
They also had some release dates for games coming out. The next Ori game, Ori and the Will of the Wisps, is coming out in March.
Oh, March.
Brilliant game,
March
can't
11th.
wait for that.
Controls the Foundation expansion is coming out March 26th. And
Which, yeah, well, once you complete
I
that,
re-
then
I
you
re-
can...
I really want to play Control.
I need to play Control
Yeah.
first.
Gears Tactics is coming out April 28th.
So is that like Halo Wars? Or?
I have not actually seen
I
much.
think it is.
It must be. I think like
it's
Gears
like
Tactics.
a real time strategy. Yeah.
Halo Wars was pretty good as well.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
alright. It was
I
alright.
Like, yeah, it was alright. Like,
Yeah.
it wasn't Command and Conquer.
It wasn't.
You know the
Age of
remake of
Empires
Command and
and-
Conquer?
Oh really?
Yeah, because EA lost all the tapes of the
Oh, the people-
voiceovers,
the actors and that, yeah.
so they had to re-record them all.
One of those actors died recently.
Was Tim Curry in that?
Yeah, he was.
He was
He
in,
was
like,
in
Red Alert?
Red Alert, yeah. Yeah.
Spies!
And Ghost of Tsushima has been released next summer.
Yeah.
Summer 2020 for the PS4. Like,
Yeah,
it's
probably
like a
released the PS5 then.
samurai. I don't know if it's samurai. It's just
Yeah, it's like a samurai against...
that era of Japan.
Feudal Japan.
Yeah, feudal Japan.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to say. And there's that Fast and Furious Crossroads coming out, and there's
Yeah.
a trailer for it. But
It's not.
To
Yeah.
look bad, to look terrible.
yeah,
That's why you can tell that it's...
You know, it's
Is it just a racing game,
that's what it looks like.
or do they get out their cars and
Go,
punch
hey,
people? And...
I'm dominant. Right. And you're like, alright, Vin Diesel calm down.
And there's another Final Fantasy VII remake trailer.
Yeah.
How many times are they going to remake this?
once.
I feel like it's been 1,000 times because you always fucking talk about it.
You just wait till it actually comes out.
You're off the podcast now, you mate.
Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 is getting Rise of the Phoenix expansion,
Alright, okay.
which I probably will get because I really enjoyed.
Did you finish?
No, because Fire Emblem came out, and then Pokemon came out, and then Astro's Chain came out. And
Finish that.
do you know what? Shut up.
That was another thing because I got the Switch. I was like, oh, Marvel.
Oh, I can play all the games you can't play. I like the No More Heroes trailer they did for it.
Yeah,
the
No More Heroes.
outlay they've got for the picture for it is Akira based, man. It looks so cool. I love it.
There's a lot of games here I don't know anything about. Magic Legends looks like Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
card thing.
Yeah. Is that man-eater game that came up again, where you're the shark and you just go about eating people
I
underwater?
don't know. I've never heard of it, but it sounds
I
cool.
think I saw the trailer last year and I was like, that looks dumb as shit.
Are you not afraid of sharks as well?
No,
Yeah,
sharks,
sharks.
just bears.
They're basically just water bears.
What
Isn't
about
it?
bear sharks?
Look, I don't go in the water often, Hamish, but I'm out
can tell
in the
it's coming
American
from you,
outback, American forests, like fighting bears constantly.
Sales, Sudas 51s. I'm just about to show Hugh. You can bring us on Suda 51's Twitter handle.
Ah, cool! It's like the where he walks up to the bike.
Aye.
Tetsuo
Oh,
walks
right,
up to the
okay.
bike in Akira.
Yeah.
It's pretty
'Cause
cool.
I remember-
Everyone copies Akira. Like,
It was kind of groundbreaking it too.
yeah, see the bike slide.
Yeah, I love that.
Everyone copies that.
It's an
scene.
homage.
It's in The Simpsons and everything.
Yeah, it's an homage.
Still fun copying it.
That's
only
what
has
homage
to-
is.
There's a load of games like Surgeon Simulator 2 and Sons of the
That was alright.
Forest.
It's kind of fun. Surgeon Simulator. I got that in the PSVR.
Is it good?
It's fun. It's not like a game that you'd sit down and play for ages, like go through the story. You know what I mean? But it's daft as fuck. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? But
It's like Keep Talking Everyone Explodes.
I love
that game.
yeah.
We need to play that one, sure.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Sons
Sons of the Forest. Anyone have
No.
any idea about that?
Nope. No idea.
No, fuck that
Don't
game
remember.
then.
There's a few of them that are just to sort of flash through quickly.
9 to 5 is a shooter which looks like you're a bunny rabbit with a gun.
Nice. I'm interested.
I knew you'd be interested.
Let me see this bunny rabbit. Show me this bunny rabbit.
You better be cute. You better
Why
be
is
cute.
it? Oh my god.
That looks shit.
Tell us not shit, it's the cover. Right, I'm going to show Hamish this bunny rabbit.
That's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
that's
That's good bunny.
It's called 9 to 5. I admit, you know
I was expecting a Dolly Parton game.
what? Looking at it, I'm thinking Splatoon. I don't know why. That
Yeah, I
type of
can see
game.
the influence there.
And there's a game called Naraka Breakpoint. Blade Point. We are a terrible, like, see, like, for, like,
We're so
informing,
uninformed.
yeah, informing people, like, we're just like,
Anyone heard of this game? Nah, fuck it then.
I don't care about that, so I'm not going to talk about it. But yeah, that was the Game Awards.
It's our fucking podcast. We can talk about whatever we want.
The Game
Hope
Awards
we
were,
enjoyed the Game Award guy.
it was a thing. It was a thing that happened.
It was better than last time. See, like the last couple ones they've done, they've been quite cringy and all that. Like from what I've seen, or from what I remember for it, like with the advertisement, at least they were a lot more subtle about it.
Yeah, it wasn't all like Doritos and Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's enough for news.
Should we
'cause
talk about some Christmas stuff?
Yeah,
Considering
let's
it's
start getting
it's meant to be our
Christmas,
Christmas
I was
episode.
just about to lead into it.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to talk about Christmas stuff.
I feel like my introduction was much better.
I'm going to cut it out though. We asked everyone on Instagram that follows us to tell us their Christmas stories because we were going to talk about our own. So we got a few from listeners and we're going to mix them in with ours. So you're not bored of talking shit.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
is your
you
earliest?
people have made it this far?
No, I don't think so. What is your earliest memories of gaming at Christmas?
I don't really remember much. Like,
But I know I love you.
Brain cells.
like yeah, basically.
Dying
You
constantly.
know, the only actual real Christmas memory that I have, and it's not even like that good of one. It's actually kind of bad, but it's
Oh,
it's
sure.
funny to look back on now. But this was when, I mean, Blockbuster was about, so it was a while ago. And me and my brother, and my mum, we went out, and this was 2 days before Christmas, right?
You remember the year end like that, or?
Off. I mean, we were playing this game on the N64, so
Aye, so 90s.
Late 90s.
yeah, it was, you know, I was young, but we went to Blockbuster, picked up this game. I can't even remember what it was. I was gonna look it up because I cannot remember. But
You can describe it to me and I'll
Your-
try and figure it out.
your bees.
Oh, Buck Bumble?
Is that multiplayer?
Yeah, I'll show you. I've
Can
got
you,
it. I've
can
got
you play
it.
football in it?
I can't remember.
I think we were playing football in it.
Yeah.
But anyway, we get this game and we go back to the house, find the house has been broken into, burgled, all of our Christmas presents like stolen or ripped open and stuff like that. And because I remember walking into the room and I could see all the presents I was gonna get because like they were ripped open for finding like valuable ones. But obviously, like me and my brother were just too young, so like we got the police around and stuff like that, and we were just kind of like, can we go play this game, Mum? So I just remember like us just sitting in our bedroom like playing this fucking B game while there's cops all around us and stuff like that, trying to talk to my mum and
Did they
figure
find out
shit
who did it?
They did eventually, but
Did you get him?
I was too young. But
Yeah.
even though I was young, like my mum didn't want to tell me who it was in case I kind of tried to find them.
Kids get vindictive at Christmas.
uh,
You watched Home Alone and you were like,
Well,
oh.
it's more because like they
yeah.
went through your stuff and went and ruined your Christmas. Tried to ruin your Christmas.
Yeah, it must be heartbreaking, like for like parents especially,
It
because they
wasn't
work
like-
hard for that stuff.
It was more like they stole stuff that was like belonged to like my mum's sister and stuff like that who's passed and stuff
Oh,
like
yeah.
that. And it was like medals she'd won, kind of personal stuff that wouldn't have been even worth much money, but obviously kind
They
of replaced.
think-
Right,
it.
they seen it shiny.
I do remember like one of the gifts that was ripped open. It was like that wee zombie head, and you could like squeeze its eye and stuff like that. Do you remember that?
I remember that. Yeah.
That was cool, man. I can't remember what it was called. But
See, when you walked in, you're like, oh, see, there's they're open now.
Yeah.
we were just kind of like, fuck happened here?
Yeah, I remember that. We must, because I think I remember you telling me that when we were in primary school.
It was a while ago, man. Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
What were you doing? What do you remember from Christmases gone by?
Yeah, the first earliest one that I can remember is when we got the NES in the
Yeah,
house for it as well, with Super Mario and Duck Hunt.
that's my memory too. I got
So-
that as well.
So, like at the time, I come from a big family for it as well, and the only TV that we could use was the living room one. And my dad's a grumpy man, I would say, for it. He would never let us play it. But my
That's
gran,
wankers.
Yeah.
my gran was nice enough to give me one of the furrow tellies for it.
Oh, that's
But
nice.
it was in black and white, so the majority of the time that we were playing Mario, it was all in black and white.
Oh my god, the,
Yeah,
magic,
so
the
again-
magic is gone.
We didn't care. We got to play
Aye.
Mario, so it was like
Kids would still fucking love it.
we completed that. We got Excite Bike and that as well. It was great times for it. Then a couple of months later from that, my dad's like, "We'll put up the TV. I don't think it's like it's going to be any different." So he never even let us really like play it. The only time we got to play it was on that small telly.
Mm.
So when we put it on the TV and then the colour sort of came to life, we were all like,
Whoa!
"Whoa!" And my dad's like, "Oh, maybe these things actually, or maybe these things actually do work. Like,
Yeah.
like it's pretty well for it." And then I can remember the year after that, we got the Mega Drive as well. My dad I don't know how he managed to do it
Wait,
because at the
you
time,
got two consoles.
yeah, the year after it.
Yeah, but like, my dad was honestly the man that went, "You've already got one."
Got a
So-
console at home.
Aye. This is the console.
Console at
So
home.
I honestly don't know how we got it because it was at the time I'm sure that would have been 90.
It was
That must have been
expensive,
91.
Yeah,
And Sonic was out for it, so I was like, what's going on there? But like looking back at it, I'm like, how the fuck did he manage that? But he was a driving instructor for the years for it, so I don't know if one of the guys he was teaching or that, like they all saved up and got it for him for driving school, or but he knew there was like I come from a big family with one console and you're all fighting between that one thing.
yeah.
And then I remember like my wee sister ruined it as well.
We
She's
usually
like,
do.
She usually like she ruined a lot of Christmases. It's hilarious.
Does she
but
listen to this?
I don't think so. She put like for some reason my mum had left like a big green marker like out somewhere. I don't know if she was doing some bookkeeping for my dad, but it was one of the ones that at the time like it was like a marker that smelled like really really bad.
The
Yeah.
solvent marker.
Yeah, but it was like really potent. You could smell it like, from anywhere. She just went all over the NES and inside it and all that as well. But see, because like it was so thick for it, ended up like melting the inside parts of the NES.
The chemicals inside just.
Yeah, so
Oh,
none of the
fucking
games would
hell.
work or anything like that, and it was pure killer. And
Oh,
she just
man.
sort of went, wasn't me. And we're like, it was you, because it's all over the walls and stuff like that, and it's all
It's
of
all
your
your
hands.
face.
All of your, and she was like, wasn't me. But that's two of the big Christmas ones I remember. First time seeing playing the NES and loving that with Duck Hunt, and
Yep.
then seeing it in colour, and then obviously Sonic, being like, I've loved Sonic ever since, man. It's been great.
Right, I don't come from as big a family as you, but like I have
Brothers and
two
sisters,
two
yeah.
close siblings, one brother, one sister, and then I've got another sister who's like a lot younger than that. But when we were growing up, we got given a lot of things to share as well.
Yeah. So
Like-
you know that pain then.
Yeah, it was
But-
awful. But like, I remember getting the NES, but I'm probably too young to remember playing it all the time. But I remember Christmas Day, my dad set it up for me. We had like one portable in our room,
Yeah.
and then I wanted to watch a video that I'd got as well.
Mhm.
So like every 10 minutes, I'd fucking shout my dad because he'd have to change the wire on the back of the TV
Right.
Yeah,
between the video and the NES. And like I couldn't get by the first level on Mario at that point, and I had Duck Hunt as well.
Yeah.
So like they didn't buy me any more games. My dad's a one game buying
Yeah,
guy.
you can't even get by the first level. Why the fuck should he?
Well, I was 3 maybe. So well that's my first memory, and that's very vague. That's super vague. I remember that. Do you know why that TV broke? Because I remember lying in my bed squishing it with a water gun.
As you
Think,
do.
yeah, like I must have been a wee bastard.
Oh my
No,
god, it's a Duck Hunt. 3D Duck Hunt.
The next memory, and it must not have been too far after, a year or two after, I got the Super Scope in the SNES.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like, and I fucking loved that shit.
Yeah,
The SNES was
yeah.
now the SNES is like, it's uncool, but then it was the coolest shit in the world. But my dad never bought me batteries for it, so I played it like once,
And that was it.
and that was it.
One and done.
And I used to put the cartridge in because the cartridge had like a run through of the games, because it had like it's called 6 in 1, and it had
Yeah.
like 6 screens, and I'd just watch it like, I wish I could play this. Like,
That's so sad.
I had that Super Scope for years until like I must have been a teenager, and I threw it out because I was like, this is not a PlayStation. I threw that shit out.
I remember I loved the SNES, man. That was like my childhood console. I can remember that.
Did you? Sorry, I don't want to interrupt that, but did you ever have an uncle that would borrow games and you'd never see them again?
No, I did have family members that would borrow it and return it.
Oh no, I have.
But I did have a pal that I'd never give games to in primary school, because he would always try to keep them or pretend that they weren't there.
That's wild.
Yeah, that was, I remember. But then no one gave him games anyway, and they got upset. He's like, no one wants to be friends with me. I says, that's because you keep stealing everyone's games.
That's because you're a dick.
And he's like, oh, I didn't mean to. And then they came in like at the end of the school year and gave everyone their games back, because they didn't realise that. Yeah, he was like, he didn't really understand it until his mum came in. She's like, who gave him a game? And I remember giving them like the old, I think it was FIFA 93 for it, FIFA 94, or
Yeah.
it wasn't FIFA 95, because I remember it wasn't that.
They're all very different games as well.
Yeah, they are. So he brought back in, he was like, I'm sure I borrowed this from you, Dom. And I'm like, it's alright. But then, you were young anyway, but the SNES was
that
like,
happened too much when I was younger.
the SNES was like my favourite one. See, for just Super Mario All Stars and Super Mario World.
Super Mario World, and do you know what I had? And it was one of my
Metroid.
favourite games, and my uncle borrowed it, and I still hate him to this day for it. And I still bring it up. He took my Street Fighter 2,
Oh
and I fucking loved Street Fighter
no,
2.
fuck him, fuck
And
him.
he had another game that I wanted to play, and he said, I'll bring you that if you lend me this. And I was like fucking 6, and I was like, okay. I never saw that fucking game again.
Can you remember what the game was? There was
The one
worth
I wanted
trading
to borrow,
Yeah, worth trading Street Fighter 2.
It may have been a Mario, one of the Marios, or
Do you
something.
think he even had it?
No, probably not. He was a wanker. And it's not. Do you know what? That's not even the last story.
Oh man.
He's done this again.
He done it again, right? And it was. I bought. I got Christmas money, and I bought The World Is Not Enough,
Oh yeah.
the Bond game, because I'd loved GoldenEye so much. And then I
The
was
GameCube,
like,
wasn't it?
no, this
Yeah.
was on the PlayStation 1.
PlayStation 1,
Right, and I bought it, and like, it was alright. It wasn't great. It wasn't GoldenEye. That's what I was wanting. He came over at the house, and I was only about 10, 11, and he took it when I wasn't there, but he asked my mum, and then like, it was about a year later, we were in my grand's house, and I was going through, when you're young, you go through catalogues, so you're just sitting in family's house, and then, doing it,
fuck all else to do.
and like, I was looking through the games, and my uncle was there, and he went, oh, The World Is Not Enough, I've got that game, and like, mom said it was hilarious because I just turned around and went, no, you've got my game. and he still didn't give me it fucking back.
Bastard.
What a dick.
What an ass.
I'm fucking coming for you.
Because I'm sure he listens to
Ah,
this.
Christmas memories.
That's not a Christmas memory, but like I think my happiest Christmas memory ever is getting Pokemon Red.
Oh yeah.
Because I got the original Game Boy years before that. Because I got the Game Boy with Ren and Stimpy.
Oh man,
yeah,
I fucking
remember
love
that.
Ren
It was like Ren and Stimpy in space. And it was really hard.
Yeah.
Game Boy games were hard. And like the Game Boy must have sat in the cupboard for like 2 or 3 years because it was the original big grey one. And then I think it was 98, 99 when
the colours and
the
stuff. On the
Pokemon Red came out.
Mm.
And like then I played Pokemon Red like for hours and hours after that.
yeah.
But like I think I used to remember we were in the same primary school, so
Yeah.
you remember I used to come in with my big grey Game Boy and everyone else had Game Boy Colours and I'd be like, fuck you guys.
I always loved that one. I remember Martin got that for his Christmas from my gran and grandpa.
Best
Got that with
console.
Tetris for it, and but I wasn't really interested in that because me and my brother Kev got we got the Ghostbusters tower.
Oh,
the cartoon
yeah.
one, we got that as a joint sort of Christmas one for it, and we were more than happy. But I always just like Kev play. He was pure loved these action figures for it. But I always remember Martin going, "Oh, you might like this," and like Tetris, like such a open gateway for anyone playing games for it.
Don't say
But
that.
that thing, man.
Tetris is shite.
Oh. But see what the amount of batteries that thing would go through.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
My mum and dad used to go to Pound Shop. If
What would
anyone
you-
doesn't know what
yeah.
that is a place where things are
It's like
called a
it's a
pound.
dollar store.
Yeah, they're saying that like we've got loads of American listeners. But you used to get AA batteries, you get 12 in a pack for £1 and they'd last maybe 30 minutes each.
Because they were the worst game.
Well, if you put it in a Game Gear, they'd last 5 minutes.
Yeah, don't even get me started on Game Gear. I remember thinking the Game Gear was the coolest thing ever, and then when I bought one when I got slightly older, it was shit. Because the screen is awful on it.
No, if you're playing a Game Gear, it's not portable. You have to be against a socket. So you're always charging it because it's
With
always garbage.
6 batteries, I think I've got one kicking about. It doesn't work, obviously. 'Cause they never work.
But yeah, my happiest Christmas one was getting a SNES because it came up. I can always remember it. We came on Lilac Wars one for it. It was a Fox, right?
Starwing, mate.
No, but
No,
it was
Lilac Wars?
it was
Lilac
Lilac
Wars was
Wars.
N64.
No, is it
Starwing.
Star Wars? Is it Starwing?
Starwing.
That is. Sorry, apologies then.
Fucking
But I just
question
remember
me on
Fox.
Starwing.
I just remember Fox just standing on the box, like, because he was like, just on it for it. And,
Yeah, he's cool as fuck.
I remember playing because we got that with it, and we got what else did we get? Street Fighter 2.
Street Fighter.
But we weren't allowed to play that for ages because it was always causing arguments between Martin and Joe. So, I want to go E Honda. No, I want to go E Honda. And they would start scrapping.
just tapping the button for the mega
That
punch.
was it. That was all we were doing, man. It was quality. But that was like I do remember it being all happy for it because again I had friends that had it, and you know the consoles.
The jealousy.
Man, definitely.
Because
Yeah.
we talk later on about Christmas stuffs and that. I've got other stories for them, but that I can remember that being my happiest one because we were all so excited, and it came with 2 controllers. When we first got the NES, it only came with 1, which was killer for a lot of us.
For a family,
For a
yes.
For a family,
yeah.
yeah. Because at the time when we had the NES, it was my wee sister, and there was still got another one going to be born.
What's how many brothers you got? You have 4, 5 brothers?
5 brothers and a sister.
Fuck that, man. Like you never get a
that's rough,
shot,
man.
especially because you're what, a middle kid.
No, Kev's the middle, so I'm younger than Kev for that. So,
So you're even less important.
yeah.
Damn.
Like-
I'm the oldest. I'm the most
Yeah, I
important.
think we can
of
tell.
course, we can tell that.
It's the most pretentious.
You're a big baby.
Well, I'm the youngest. So
One time,
I'm a
right?
Big baby.
One time we were sitting in Hamish's house playing games,
Yeah.
and he was a little cheeky to his mum, and she called him a little shit, and I thought that is the best description I've ever heard of him.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue. It's definitely right. Yeah.
You any happy ones, Hamish, for the game of them?
Nah. I mean, I do remember getting Pokemon Red, and my brother got Pokemon Blue.
Oh, Link Cable.
Yeah, we would have link cables, and I remember even like shortly after that, we were on a school trip somewhere to some farm somewhere, and we were on this big massive bus, and everyone was like trading Pokemon and stuff like that at the back with my wee link cable and stuff like that, and that was good.
Do you remember?
Yeah.
Was it maybe when we went to London with the primary school?
Oh, that was a different time, but
I remember
it was a farm place we went to, like, I'm sure.
I remember when we went to the Millennium Dome when the O2 Arena was called the Millennium Dome in 2000.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man.
We went to it when it was actually the exhibition for the Millennium.
It was
we were
cool,
only kids. I think we were only like 11.
Actually, that's, think about it, that's nearly 20 years ago.
Fuck off, Dom. Shut your damn mouth.
You know what was cool about it? It had like a massive body that you could go in. It was like Anatomy Park at Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty, yeah, that's what we got the info.
Do you remember the ballpark? It had like a ballpark, you know, the one that kids play in, like they slide into them and stuff like that. But this one had like guns. Where, like air guns where you'd put them in and it'd fire.
Yeah.
I have super vague memories of that trip. But what I do remember is starting a new game in Pokemon Red as we were leaving London and then being finished by the time we got home. I'd completed the Elite Four, I think.
Wow.
That was a long way home.
And on a bus as well.
And there was a song we were singing because we were only kids and we were dumb. What was it, the hamster song? Do you remember that? No. As we were coming, as we were coming into like the town we live in, like Dumbarton, like those dumbass kids. How annoyed must the teachers have been?
Like you need to respect them for the
the
shit they
effort
must
they
have
put
put
in.
with.
But yeah, that's not a Christmas memory. But
But it was just popped in.
But no, I remember getting like I got red and my brother got blue, and he always picked Squirtle. I always get Charmander.
good boy, man. Good boy.
Squirtle, you mean? Good boy, Squirtle.
See, I always share the room with my brother, right? And we always had to share everything because he may be a lot younger than me, but he was like bigger than me when he was born.
You came out that sad.
We've shared everything, and like we even had to sleep in bunk beds until I was like 21.
That's bad, man.
One year, I think my dad must have done a lot of good jobs that year. Because I got a PlayStation 1 and he got an N64.
Oh.
GoldenEye edition he got.
So jealous, man.
And I always thought the PlayStation was going to be the one I wanted the most, but the N64 was the one I played the most. Because we had GoldenEye, and I think
it's a lot more
it was the quality of the game.
If the two you are playing as well, you know what I mean, the N64 would be a better option, you think?
Yeah.
I don't know why I have such vivid Christmas memories, right? But I remember that Christmas I got my PlayStation 1, I had got Tekken 2. Which, what a fucking game that is, by the way. Tekken 2 and FIFA, I think I got, obviously. Because I always get FIFA. And I also got Robbie Williams' album. So it must have been
Millennium?
I think it was 98.
Was he Millennium?
Yeah, it was Millennium.
Oh.
What a fucking album that is. I remember sitting in my room playing Tekken and listening to Millennium, and I was like, life can't get any better than this.
Did you see the
this is the greatest thing that's ever happened to me.
So I shared a picture on Facebook when PlayStation were talking about the 25th year of the Sony PlayStation, and it was the CD audio track. When you it came up and it was the blue with that, and oh man, that just took me back.
There's a lot of different ones. There's a lot of different CD player ones. The one that got, because I got a Sega Saturn. That's another Christmas memory I just reminded.
Wow, there you go.
Everyone got PlayStation 1s, right? Every fucking person in our school, Hamish, got PlayStation 1s for Christmas, and I got a Sega Saturn.
Oh.
Right, and at the time I was like, still like, oh cool, I got a Sega Saturn.
Games console.
Like, the games weren't as good, obviously. But I just remember the CD player for the Sega Saturn is like, you're in a spaceship. Yeah. And you know, I used to come home from primary school and put on the only CD that I had was R. Kelly's "I Believe I Can Fly"
from Space Jam.
And like, I'd be like, in my little brain going, this is cool as fuck. Look at my wee spaceship.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I can remember simple things back then.
Because I can always remember, like, so see at that era, for the PlayStations and that, I had a few pals that would like, because again there was so many of us, we didn't really get a chance to play all those sort of consoles. So we got a PlayStation for it, and we somehow managed to get like a PlayStation that, I don't know, let's say that you could play any game that you wanted on it from PlayStation. I'm not going to say which way we did for it.
Would you say it was modified?
Yeah, I had like it's anyway. So people were just
this was a unique one.
And we'd had like, you know, a lot of we had a lot of games for it. So one of the consoles we ended saying like, let's see what the Sega Saturn's like. So we'd trade it for maybe a couple of weeks,
Oh, right,
someone
okay.
else, and it was really good doing that because we knew that they would take care of that and we would take care of their stuff because you know.
You'd fucking break your
Yeah,
shit
well,
if
there's
you broke.
about 20 of us against like one guy for it as well. But the Saturn, I always remember playing Virtua Fighter
Yes,
and
that
Sega
fucking
Rally
game.
Championship.
Sega
Rally
Mate,
Championship. It's quality.
I got Sega Rally with my Saturn, and fucking hell, I'd played that game to death.
Yeah.
What a game that is,
Yeah.
man. It's controls good to even this day. I had to sell all my Saturn stuff at one point. Like, I had a lot of Saturn stuff and I had to sell it all because I think I was getting rid of my collection, and I did that thing where I'm like, no, I want to keep it. And
Yeah.
but like, I think I streamed it and everything. I was playing it. It still holds up to this day, and it's like 25 years old, that game.
Yeah.
Even in the arcades, it still holds up.
Yeah. But I remember I can remember playing Final Fantasy VII on Christmas Day for it, and that was like
Obviously on the PS1.
yeah, on the PS1 for it, and that was my first sort of RPG I ever played for it. But that was like, I was like, oh man, that's crazy. And I can remember my pal in high school turning around and saying to us like, you do know there's Final Fantasy VIII's coming out? I'm like, wait, I've not even played the other 6. What's going on there? And then that's when I found out there was so many that I had for the SNES and that. We had the old SNES and dusted that off and tried to get copies of that.
Nice.
And that was all just through like, you know, over a Christmas period, which was crazy. Like even that, I've never thought that, you know, because I can always remember like speaking to my mate like after the Christmas break and saying like,
Did you know that Final Fantasy VII was the first Final Fantasy released in the UK?
Really?
Yes.
Not even for that.
Yeah.
That makes that.
Which is
crazy.
ridiculous when you think about it. Why wait till 7?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think until
'Cause, like,
7
when-
there was only 3 or 4 available in America.
Yeah.
Because it take that long to like translate and
Yeah, move over and
move
stuff
over.
like that. Because like we didn't get to play that for like, cause how long would that have been then? It must have been months then, or like because we went down to Global Video
Ah,
because
Global Video.
they did have
What a nostalgia
SNES.
trip
Yeah.
this podcast
The
is.
the
Oh, shit,
SNES.
it was Global Video. I meant Global Video, not Blockbuster.
That's right,
You were
yeah.
talking about the B thing, yeah.
Yeah. Like they had
Rumble.
SNES games. I'm sure Final Fantasy was in that, and I turned it on, and it was like, this is shite. I don't want to play this. no, it was. I don't remember what Final Fantasy it was, but I put it on. It was because it was on the SNES, and I just went. It wasn't. You know, I just
you were
went,
used to
whatever
You
it
might
was.
be talking about Mystic Quest.
It may have been.
Yeah.
I don't know. I do remember just turning on the Final Fantasy. I was like, oh man, that's like that game that I played. This is shite. I'm not chasing chocobos or anything like that.
It's not in 3D. It's
not in
sprite based, top down,
Yeah.
like Zelda was.
See, going on from your modified PlayStation.
Yeah.
I remember. I think it must have been Christmas because it was a joint gift for me and my brother, getting an Xbox, like the original Xbox.
Yeah.
But it was like a modified one, and it came with loads of games on it, and you could just put any game in, press the button, and it would like rip it. It would
Yeah.
save it onto the hard drive, and so you could, and obviously like, Global Video and stuff like that was open at the time, so we could rent a game, rip it onto the hard drive. And it had a massive hard drive in it, especially for the time.
50 gigs.
17 gigs.
Whoa!
But, and I was like, this is amazing, I want to keep this, but my brother was like, no, I want an actual Xbox. I was like, why? Like, it still plays Xbox games.
As
you
an
know what I mean?
Xbox.
Yeah.
I can remember like that was. I remember telling you this on podcast for it that when we had a Curry's. Fuck man, this is how long ago this is.
I bought my Xbox and put the
The
curries.
Curry's in there as well. But that's where I bought my Xbox for Christmas. Me and my brother Kev went there, and no reason why we went there was because we went and got the Xboxes because we were around at my pal's house playing Return to Castle Wolfenstein online, and we were like, what's online? Oh, it's through the internet, through broadband, and you get to play all these people online. If you get that, you know, you can do
Blows your
anything.
mind.
Yeah, and I remember that after we got that, and we used our allowance money that you get from school to pay for broadband in the house.
Mm-hmm.
And I can remember my dad going, "That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Why would you want to have access to something you could just yell at people and that, not knowing that he had a PC in his house that he used to sit and play Quake all the time, Roxy music and playing Quake." And I was like, "But you could basically hook this up to the internet and play people online with that game."
Yeah.
What? And then as soon as we told him that was him like playing people online on Quake.
Wait,
Yeah.
wait, that thing I was slagging you about.
Yeah,
it's
you
the
didn't know,
greatest thing
and
I've
yeah.
ever heard of.
And then the more that got better, the more that everyone in the house was just like, wait, what can we do with that? We can download music. So I can remember, this is how old this is going to be. Raven got, hey man, is there any way that you could get Ja Rule's new album on my mini disc?
Oh, you baited that so bad.
I was like, oh.
Ja Rule on a mini disc.
Yeah.
Jesus.
As if Ja Rule wasn't bad enough, we had that on a mini disc.
But that was, I remember getting Splinter Cell on that.
I
and
love those games,
yeah.
man.
Do you remember when Splinter Cell came out? They were like, look, there's a light meter in it. You can hide in the
You
shadows.
can tell where, like, how dark it is.
I found it
for you,
really
man.
difficult when I was younger
Yeah.
because it wasn't a game that held your hand. It was like you figured it out.
I was so
Yeah.
happy I got to play that and Metal Gear Solid at the same time.
Mm.
Because again, that was like when I was in high school and that. Like I've got pals that had all these games and all the all the money they could buy that, and I never even heard of. Like again, it's the same pal that gave me like the Final Fantasy.
Yeah, you had that
Yeah.
friend. I had that one friend as well that would get everything because he was a spoiled brat.
You're fucking looking at me for it? Was it me?
Yeah, 100% you. It was a 100% you.
And I remember like the Xbox was great to have that, and then we got the family console for Christmas, which was the family console that everyone got to play the PlayStation 2 with Grand Theft Auto 3.
Mm.
the
What?
family console.
The family
like
console.
GTA 3.
That good
So
wholesome
my
game,
mum,
Grand Theft Auto
yeah,
3.
my mum had no idea what it was. So like the only reason that she sort of clocked on something was wrong with it was because my wee brother Harry would be singing all the songs to it, and at the time he'd have been, well, I don't know, 6, 7, 8. I think of it. But he's
young anyway.
so he's
too
going
young.
like that. He kept saying there ain't no thing but a chicken wing, and that's why what is it? Ain't no thing but a chicken wing, a big old something on your lap. He would say that, and my mum was like, where the hell did you? The boys are playing upstairs, mum.
Nice.
Then you realise that all the music in it, you're like,
Aye.
I loved that. It was great for that.
See the PS2 era. Like this is another Christmas memory for me.
Oh.
I bet on the wrong horse, right? I bought a GameCube.
Ooh.
Mate,
sold-
GameCube was great.
It was great. I sold all my shit. That was the other thing I did wrong. I sold my N64 and PS1 stuff, and me and my brother bought a GameCube day one. Do you know what I did? Do you remember what I did? Because we were friends at the time, I'm sure. To prove, because no one believed me in school, I had to bring my controller in and show people. Like they were like, "You didn't buy a GameCube." I was like, "I've got a fucking GameCube."
Aye.
But like PS2 was the console to have, obviously. So I didn't have one for the longest time.
Yeah.
And then randomly, I think it was about the fucking 1st of December one time, my mum and dad went out one night or one day to go Christmas shopping and must have bought a PlayStation 2 for Christmas, but went and got fucking drunk at the same time. Must have went out and had a fucking good time. So when they
Celebrated
came
that
back,
Christmas.
they just handed me a PS2. Like, there you go, there's your PS2. And I was like,
Wow.
thank you. Like, and
I still get a Christmas present, by the way, mum and dad.
it had Metal Gear Solid 2. I thought it was
Oh.
built, it was packed in, so it was amazing. So I just ran up the stairs straight away. I was like, "Thank you, I'm going to play this right now." Like, ran away. So next morning they sober up, and they come to me and go, "Reminded you have that back off you." It's like, no, there's no point now. I've been playing it all night.
Yeah.
But they let me keep it. But that was probably the best early Christmas present I've ever had.
Mm.
And mum just came in and she was like wobbly and she's like, "Look, I got you," and I was like, "You had a good day out," and then
And I'm about to have a great night.
I played Metal Gear Solid 2, which I didn't understand at the time.
Yeah.
I still don't really understand it.
I could like the last big Christmas one that I can remember for it is like when we were all still in the house, and this was all with like competitions and stuff like that. I can remember my pal Greenie bringing his GameCube round, and we're sitting playing. What were we playing? Mario Sunshine for it, and Kev.
Good game.
Kev got a call, my brother. So you know Kev personally. No one calls Kev. Kev doesn't have like people that would want to get in contact with
He's
him.
not a
But
people person.
He's not a social,
Aye.
a social person. And Mum's like, "Kev, someone's on the phone for you," and he's like, "All right." So he went downstairs and so we were just sitting and playing Mario, and Kev came back up the stairs. He was like, "Yeah, that was Edge magazine on the phone to me." So Edge was like a big sort of selling one that did
Yeah,
games and stuff like that
gaming
for it.
magazine.
So they just turned around and told me I've won like 50 games. And I'm like, wait, what? And he's like, yeah, no, just won 50 games. I don't believe it's true though. Says it's going to show up just before Christmas and that. Don't believe him. So it was like, so what it was, it gave him the top 10 games of like that year for all the consoles at the time.
Yeah.
So
Oh my god.
yeah, so
Wow.
it was crazy. So that would have been at the time PS3 was it? Aye, the PS3 would just have been out. So it was the top games that came out for that. GameCube games, Xbox games, and PC games. I look up one for that.
That's awesome, man.
So then, lo and behold, a couple of weeks later, this big box comes in. Kev opens it up and it had Metroid Prime and like all
That's
the
so
latest
fucking
Metal Gear
cool, man.
Solid 3 for it. And just so we were all pure like, oh my god! And so Greeny came back around in the GameCube and we just sat and played. I think Smash Brothers had been out, so we were doing
That
all
sounds
that.
amazing. That
It
sounds like a
was so-
dream.
It's
Yeah,
it's
it
a
was so
Christmas
crazy.
miracle, mate.
I think I would have wanked myself silly at 14 if that happened.
Because it was so crazy. Like we had a couple of games that we already got, but
Sorry to take it there, but like,
it was that was so absurd for it. And then my brother was just like shrugging it off like whatever.
It would
But then
sound
it was
like a total piss take, wouldn't it?
yeah,
Like,
because it was like a competition that you entered in for like a game review for it. It was a journalistic sort of one they went for. Something he was wanting to do,
yeah,
and I won it clean
that's
for
amazing.
it. And it
That
was,
is honestly.
that's cool.
and like we were just so happy because we had games for like that was it. It was like Gran Turismo I think would just been out for it, and so Martin was happy. He was sitting playing that, and then when he found out Metal Gear Solid 3 was there, Snake Eater for it, he was. Oh,
That's cool,
it was
man.
it was we had that was games for like the next year and a half. We didn't need to spend any money on.
Yeah, especially as a kid because games would last you.
Yeah.
Games would
That's
last you forever. I played the same 4 games for like 6 years on the GameCube.
It's harsh, man, isn't it?
I don't have any real memories after that because
You
when
started buying your own stuff.
I started buying my own shit.
Yeah.
But like, the only other thing is between console buying, my dad would only ever buy us games at Christmas. I'd get 2 or 3 games at Christmas, and he'd be like, "That'll fucking day."
So you feel like until next
One of them
Christmas.
was always FIFA, so.
Yeah, so you knew you were
So, but one year, I don't know what the fuck happened, but I got Dragon Ball Z Budokai 2,
Mm.
and me and my brother, you know how big Dragon Ball fans we are, we were all over this. But for some reason, the disc just didn't work. Like, I don't know, it must have been just a manufacturing issue or whatever,
Yeah.
but the disc never worked. And I told my dad, and he was like, "Well, fuck you." It's like,
Deal with it.
no, but seriously, Dad, take it back to the shop. Nah, I'm not gonna do it. I was like, why?
I've done that
Like,
part.
I-
I bought you. Like,
I was, mate, it was honestly the most upset I've ever been. Like as a kid, I was like, "Dad, fucking take it back to the shop." Like, God damn. I don't think I have any more Christmas memories. I've only got my own. Like I buy myself all the shit that I want now.
I really struggle to remember if it was kind of Christmas or that, but I think it was. I think I remember getting a Mega Drive. Me and my brother getting a Sega Mega Drive, and Separation Anxiety.
That is a good
It's
game.
a fucking amazing game, man.
That's
I-
an expensive game now, by the way, as well.
we loved it, man. We played it all the time.
So that's Carnage.
No, it's Spider-Man and Venom.
Was it Spider-Man and Venom?
Yeah, because I would always go Venom.
There's a Carnage game
that
as
was
well.
like the first time is that not Maximum Carnage?
Yeah, that would make sense.
No, like I was like the first time I saw Venom, and I was like, he's so cool. Can I go him? Can I play him? So I would
Such a
always be
fanboy,
Venom. Oh, he's cool. Venom's
Yeah,
fucking
it's
awesome, man. But I remember playing that. Basically, just Streets of Rage with Spider-Man and Venom. It was
Yeah.
fucking amazing.
Yeah, that was a very good game. But Christmas was your time, wasn't it? Like, if you wanted a game, that was when you asked for it.
Because usually you had miserable weather anyway, so you were wanting to
Yeah.
stay inside to
You'd
just
be
eat,
inside.
eat shite and
We
have
live
a
in
good time.
Scotland, we have miserable weather every day.
Man, most days.
That's our excuse for playing games all the time.
Yeah,
And
that's
eating
true.
constantly.
Will we go through some memories from other people?
Yeah.
From our listeners, Hamish.
For our listeners.
From people who put them through. Oh my god, I need to start speaking English. Put themselves through this
Ordeal.
diatribe.
Oh.
Good use of the word too.
Yeah,
Can
No,
you use
I have a
diatribe in
calendar.
a sentence here?
No, I don't really know.
Yeah, he
it.
just did. You can't say a single word, but
Shut up.
if I had one beer, what is a big beer?
It's a big beer.
It's a big beer,
yeah,
And I'm thinking about opening the second one.
Very good.
we kind of know who these are from, but they don't give us.
Yeah, we made the silly idea of doing this like 2 weeks ago. So
Yeah, and Instagram isn't great at saving them, but we have them here, but we just don't have the names. We kind of know who it's from. We don't want to give away people's like actual names or anything.
And it was from our Instagram, patchusinofficial.
Yes, Tom. Thank you
So
for
I
that.
just wanted to say.
Yeah. Yeah, Instagram's probably the best way if you want to ever like, interact.
we're probably the most active on that. Yeah, like we get messages straight to our phones and shit like that. So.
It'd be good to get things to talk about that people actually care about, because we only really talk about things that interest us.
Yeah.
Like we skip a lot of stuff that other people might be interested in, just because we are old and don't care about Fortnite.
I'm not talking about Fortnite on this, man. We can skip that.
Right, we'll take one each, right? I'll start. Someone has told us they used to wait on Christmas dinner playing Micro Machines on the Sega Mega Drive with his dad.
That was Ross.
That was Big Ross.
Is that Big Ross that
That was
said
Big
that?
Ross. Good man.
Micro Machines, how good was that, man?
That is a great game. They used to get there was like a pad inside it where you could write your results.
Yeah.
Your,
I remember that. Like you could do like your pole position and who was winning
Yeah.
and what your time was.
I don't remember that. I remember all the stupid portraits, all the characters that you could choose, man. They all looked so ridiculous.
and the cartridge was like a J cartridge. It had extra controller ports in it. So like you could have 4-player Mega Drive games.
Yeah.
That's pretty fun and cool.
Aye.
I think Micro Machines holds up.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Aye. Absolutely, man. I think I was talking about like ukulele recently,
Yeah.
and they had like that kind of retro games that they added in. One of them was like the first one that you can play. It was kind of Micro Machines-y type kind of top-down
that's
racing
right,
thing.
yeah. Is that?
But yeah, still fun.
Yep.
Nice.
You want to take this one?
Which one are we going to go for?
Try to keep them order.
Yeah,
so that we don't get confused.
Right, okay.
So the one to the right of it.
Next one would be probably getting my SNES. Also, as a family, we'd all get together with the latest gaming machine. SNES, I think, was a good one. They've got a wee. Did we put that in? No, they must have put
that was me putting that was me done all the wee characters.
Oh right, okay. I was going to say they've put in a wee Yoshi. On the,
Yoshi and a SNES controller.
yeah. But I mean, there was a lot of good SNES games that even I remember like my parents would join in the games consoles. I mean, they still do
Yeah.
now sometimes. If I'm having like a family night, we'll play like like Jackbox games and stuff like
Yeah,
that. You can
yeah.
play from your phone and shit like that.
That was really fun.
My parents were never into gaming at all, but it's the only game I ever remember playing was my mum used to play Super Mario World with us.
Alright.
She used to just come in and play Mario World.
Yeah.
No other game. Like, and my dad can't even work like a
Scan remote,
landline
TV
phone.
remote.
No, I can work his TV remote. Only if it's got like 10 buttons.
Sliding your old man here.
He's an 80-year-old man in a 50-year-old man's body. He's just that technology guy. Like, but my mum used to play Super Mario World, and I used to think I was dead cool.
Yeah.
But like, she could not give a fuck about games now, man.
Yeah.
I think they went through that period of DSs. Remember when everyone was getting a DS with brain
Yeah.
training? But last Christmas, you were here at my house, weren't you?
Yeah.
I made Christmas dinner and we played PSVR, which is because it's an experience and it's not.
It's also
just
very
playing a game.
intuitive, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you know how to move your hands and stuff like that if
Yeah.
you're using the move controllers, obviously, like, and you know how to look around. So
Christmas time, games would be good to get families together. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's good for that. Isn't
maybe not Smash Brothers, but you know, what do you call them?
Jackbox.
Jackbox, and then there's like the Buzz games.
Aye,
and
quiz and
Guitar
stuff
Hero
like
was a good one. I remember.
Aye, Rock
Hero was
Band.
fun.
Man, I was so sad when Guitar Hero died. Like,
Yeah. That's
I know
Activision's fault.
they oversaturated it, but like, God, see for like a year or two, you were like, I really fucking love these games.
It was a lot of fun,
We just used to drink and play it.
Yeah, because it was a good drinking game. Like,
Aye.
because you'd be like, do I want to listen to music or play games?
Why didn't
Why
we?
not?
I
both,
could do
yeah.
both.
I remember getting loads of people writing mine and we would all play it and stuff like that. But then you would get Darren, who would just play it all the time, constantly, and he'd go, I'm going to play a song on expert and not miss a note, and it's like, oh, give a fuck, Darren, I'm just trying to get some people games.
You're
like-
not actually playing an instrument. Anyway, fuck them. Dom, you want to?
Yeah, I'll get the next one. It's the next one we got there is when I had my first console ever. It was a PlayStation 2.
Oh God,
so
damn you.
so-
Making me feel so old.
Well, it's,
What, do we know who this was?
no.
No.
unfortunately.
So what age
Sorry.
are we putting this person at? Like,
Well, probably just slightly younger than us.
yeah.
Maybe 5-6 years younger than us.
Yeah, time for that.
That's slight. That's
Well,
they're probably in their mid-20s,
Aye.
mid to early 20s now. PS2 is a first console, it's a good
That's
first
I was going to say
console.
that's a great first console to have,
I mean,
man. It's
3D
coming in at a good
games,
time.
3D games had almost perfected themselves.
It
at
also
that point.
was a DVD player,
Yeah, aye.
so you got to
Yeah.
watch all this stuff as
You
well.
watch all your cartoons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still had memory cards, but
I remember. In fact, that's another Christmas memory.
flashback.
I think I remember getting. I think it was Metal Gear Solid 2 actually, but I don't think my parents knew that you needed a memory card.
Yeah.
So I played the first hour or so of it again and again until I don't think they even got me a memory card. I think I had to save up kind of pocket money eventually by a
Such
I
a
can remember-
scam, wasn't it?
I
It
can
was
remember.
such a scam.
I can remember getting my first memory card in W.H. Smith when we still had that as well.
I have a pile of 15 memory cards up there, and see if I could go back to my 12-year-old self and say, look, don't worry, mate, you'll have all these things later. I was so anxious for that stuff. Then I wanted I was like, oh, why don't I have this fucking red memory card?
Right now. Hey, you want to do the next one, man?
Yeah, no. I think I know who this is from,
It's Tom and George from the Unofficial Controller podcast.
which is a great podcast.
Yeah. I was
You know,
give a wee plug.
we're both fighting out for the best podcast in the world at this
Yeah.
point.
You-
We
you
beat
can-
Joe Rogan a couple of weeks ago.
we'll beat Joe Rogan, Albar. We've come
Aye.
on top of them. You know.
We're funnier than them as well.
Yeah.
Funny looking, aye.
Elon Musk is coming on here next week.
Yeah.
Hey,
Elon Tusk.
Elon Tusk. Yeah.
So they say, all the cousins had four-way ladders on No Mercy. I talked Tom through the beginning of Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
So those are two games I fucking love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How good was No Mercy in WrestleMania 2000?
I think we still play it now and again, don't we? Because I have it, and people always go,
I'm sure you streamed it away on our Twitch channel.
it's just that the controls aren't as intuitive as you used to think they were.
Yeah.
I think that's because you used to play it a lot, so you would
Aye,
figure
you
it out. You know
remember
what I mean? But
I
going
got.
back to it now, it's like, how the fuck do I even do anything?
Yeah.
Do you remember your cousins where you're at Christmas time? Cousins where you're are way out of the fucking family dinner thing. So do you remember playing games with your cousins at Christmas and all that?
Yeah, now and again. We would basically just take turns of going to get everyone around to my house and then go to their house. So we would just kind of, and it would mostly be when we were at my house. I just kind of, right, let's go through the bedroom and just fucking play games and leave all the adults to all the boring shit.
Aye, look at them getting drunk. That's boring, isn't it?
Lo and behold, just 1 year later it would be me.
What pair of games to get for your N64 though?
Yeah, my brother absolutely loved Ocarina of Time. I think I was a bit young to probably fully appreciate it.
Yeah.
I did play it, but I didn't really get into it. But my brother absolutely loved it. He even got an ocarina, learned how to play an ocarina.
That's fucking dedication.
Well, one of my pals was just actually talking about that as well, saying he remembers that when he was 11 getting Legend of Zelda The Ocarina of Time, opened it, couldn't wait to play it. Just before he went to his grand's for Christmas, he started it and he was only 50 minutes into the Coqueria village. Said it just drew him right in for it. To this day, he always is it's always either Mario or Zelda. It's always brings back that Christmas feeling.
I've played every Zelda. I've started. I've not completed them all, but
Yeah,
I've played them all. And Ocarina of Time is the only one that I lost track of playing it. I was properly into it, and it's not even got
I love the
a
music
deep
for Ocarina.
narrative. What are you laughing at?
Just the one that Dom's gonna need to read it. It's funny. We'll come to that.
Yeah.
I've got one
So,
in between.
Ocarina doesn't even have a deep narrative. It doesn't have amazing graphics, but it's just a game that works on all levels.
Yeah.
Especially when you were younger on the N64, you're like fucking hell. I think I started that game 5 or 6 times, never completed it. Thanks for letting us know your memories.
Yeah, it's been
official
quite
on.
as well.
We've got one more.
I can't even talk
Well,
English.
we've got a couple more, but they're not I don't really get this one because this says watching 2 of my best friends play Pokemon Sword, which I'm pretty sure was just out recently.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean that's still
Does this count as Christmas memories if you have it in November?
I suppose.
so as well.
I don't know.
I've got
Thanks for
another-
the effort.
Yeah, I got another pal that was saying about playing Pokemon Gold and Silver when she was she was doing it when she was over in China and stuff like that as well.
Alright,
So
okay.
it was sorry, from Hong Kong for it as
Alright.
well. So it was interesting for her try to get and because now our grandparents have passed from it, it's a really good memory of remembering where she came from
Right.
for it as well.
Gold and Silver are excellent games as well.
Oh yeah, of
Like
Google
that is
yourself.
another memory that I've just remembered. I had the old Game Boy, the big square grey one, and then when I got the colour, I got gold and silver, and my brother got silver, and I got gold, and
Yeah.
I think I put 150 hours into that game.
Jesus.
Fucking
Yeah.
hell.
Like I loved it. Like it was just a deeper version of Gen 1.
Yeah.
So like,
it's-
and I could play it everywhere. So
Uh,
you took it to school, you took it anywhere you went at night. You played it in your bed at night with a fucking torch.
you put the covers over you, like, in case your mum and dad kind of looked in and was like, no, I'm sleeping, honestly. And like, sitting playing
Do you know what I used to do, right? I used to have a Nokia 5110. Fucking hell, this
The brick.
podcast is aging us. I used to like press buttons to keep the lights on so I could play
Ah.
one-handed Game Boy.
Yeah.
The fucking shit I used to go through to play
Wow.
games at night.
I remember getting a wee torch that you could clip onto the Game Boy Color. and
Yeah,
stuff like
I remember seeing them for it.
Did not work very well at all. Like,
Nah.
it just kind of reflected onto your face and you just kind of like, I can't see what the fuck's
Bad
going
on non-backlit screens.
on.
I got another one then from Will, who I used to work with as well, saying that Final Fantasy VIII, Xmas 1999, I believe, played the shit out of it for 18 hours a day, got to the final boss on New Year's Day and realised I had no fucking clue how the junction system had worked. So he'd been lucky to make it that far, so he just kept getting his ass kicked for it. So needless to say, he was on his arse handed, got his arse handed to him repeatedly, and he had to start a new game, visit islands closest to Hell and Heaven to get the good shit before a slog back to the main part.
Yeah.
Because he couldn't get after a point. After I think it was disc 3.
Yeah, you
before,
can't go back.
You can't go back, so he was like, he had to pay a grind for ages, and he says like that fucking nearly 200 hours trying to get out just to finish Final Fantasy VIII.
Well, I just completed it in 20. But I'm an adult now, so.
I'm
And
adulties.
And if I get it to a hard bit, I'm like, Google, help me here.
Google, start a YouTube and show me the ending.
I mean, I didn't understand the junction system, man. I know I've spoken about this game about 20 times on this podcast, but
Right.
when Quistis tries to explain the junction system to you at the beginning of that game, she may as well just be talking gibberish.
She might just well show us, just show you a picture of a dog. Just
Yeah,
look
like-
at the dog.
Yeah, you know what? Just press auto.
Hmm.
Yeah, you may as well just
I
auto.
remember that's all I did for it, because I remember Greenie trying to explain it to me, and I was like, can I just
It's
hit
just
auto?
it's the stronger the spell,
The bigger the buff.
the bigger the buff, and then like there's like other boxes where if you put the spell in, you're immune to that spell,
Yeah.
or
That's what it is.
yeah,
Like,
but
it's
it's
like a
just-
game, but you don't understand that when, you're
material was a lot easier.
Yeah, because it was colourful.
Yeah, that's a good Christmas memory though. Like
That was a good, yeah.
because you used to try and smash your games out before you went back to school.
Yeah, I can always remember for that.
It's the same way like when you rented one from Global Video or Blockbuster, you only had it for like
If I
2
could put the
days.
hours
And
in.
you're like, fuck, I need to get through this shit.
Yeah,
Do you know what was
finish
another
the
bit?
weekend.
Toy Story. You remember the Mega Drive and the SNES game Toy Story?
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, kind
Oh.
of. But actually, I don't remember that
It
from
was a side scroll, wasn't it?
from then.
Yeah.
I remember I played that recently because my brother. This was actually for Christmas, but it was only a few years ago. He made me like a wee Raspberry Pi computer,
Yeah, that's
and
cool.
there's like between all of the consoles, like there's about 4,000 games on it or something like that.
That's crazy.
And I remember going through them, and Toy Story was one of them.
How many illegal things do you think we've mentioned on this podcast?
Admitted
Well,
to-
no, we've not said illegal. You've now just put it saying that we're
Allegedly.
talking-
Maybe a tasty Raspberry Pi, mate. I don't know what you're talking about.
Who's saying this last Christmas memory?
Is it our last Christmas
It was
memory?
the last Christmas memory.
You go ahead, Hugh. You're hosting. You say it.
I say what it is.
Right,
I don't see that.
get ready for this one. This one will blow your mind.
Yeah, this one's
Right.
wild, mate.
This one will get you. Getting a new game on Christmas Day and playing it.
Whoa.
Oh!
How did I not think of that?
Who the fuck said that?
I don't know, but I don't know if they were sarcastic or that was the real memory.
I mean, I suppose it is a memory. It's just a very, very, very vague one.
I don't know. They're not giving us much to work with.
Do you
Well,
ever-
we're glad that you had that, I guess.
you ever remember getting a game and playing it on
Yeah.
Christmas, guys?
Fucking
Like,
yeah.
not like we've been talking about for the past half hour.
Yeah.
Thanks for the input, though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thanks
it's
for
al-
that.
it's always good
It's a
to-
good effort. Good effort.
Yeah. Do better
Everyone's,
next time, though.
everyone's experiences are slightly different.
It's always interesting though when you talk about stuff like that, because you always think, oh man, no one's ever had that experience like I have, but then you realise that you have that similarities for it.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't get robbed though. Like,
Yeah,
man,
we didn't get
still,
a house
you
broken
you,
into.
you started that off pretty strong.
Yeah. And the good thing though, like, I mean, my house is like Fort Knox now. There's like 8 locks on my back door, so it's not gonna happen again. Hopefully.
Yeah,
Touch wood.
Touch
Fuck.
wood. Touch
Yeah.
Hollywood.
Right, guys, do you think you will get Christmas presents gaming wise this year?
No, I've been naughty.
I doubt it. Like I buy too much of my own stuff now, and
Yeah.
people don't know what I buy, so they wouldn't risk, you know, buying me something that I've already got.
It's also too expensive, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
no one will buy you a £50 game.
I did just get a Switch, so maybe like a wee Switch case or something like that.
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
or something. I don't know.
I'll go for it.
But I'm not like, I don't. It's obviously easier if people say, "What do you want?" or you know, "Do you want to get this?" But it's better keeping it a mystery.
Yeah.
What you're gonna get. You know?
So, see if someone bought you Dragon Ball Z Kakarot,
I'd say thank you.
Yeah,
and
appreciate
then
it. Not tell anyone
I'd
about
play
it.
it.
trade it in, probably.
No, I'd play it.
You lie.
I'm not, I would play it.
I
If
know I
someone,
get
Sure,
Hamish for
sure,
if
Christmas.
someone went to fucking
I'm gonna
the
get-
effort of getting me anything, I would.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get Hamish Kakarot for Christmas.
Oh, is that what you were leading to?
Ah.
Oh, if it was you, then no, I thought you meant like my mum or something.
Tell his mum.
I don't think I'll get any games for Christmas because a lot of people, like, see when you turn 30,
Yeah,
like, a lot of
it's
people just go,
expensive as well.
games?
Like,
What, you a child? You're like, yes, I am.
Well, I think it's more like because we came back from Japan, you've got quite a lot of stuff that you've wanted to get game wise anyway.
Yeah.
But for me, when it comes to Christmas for it, I don't really expect much now. But I never, when it came to Christmas, expected much anyway because again, like getting loads of gifts wasn't sort of anything I ever expected.
yeah.
If I was getting gifts, it was generally like
Shared.
clothes and stuff like that, or shared.
Shared gifts.
Yeah, you'd have
Yeah.
one big gift and maybe
Even
socks and underwear that you'd probably have to share anyway.
Yeah.
So
even when I was younger, I was always like, you know, I always felt bad people spending money on me, like, and I'm like that now.
Mm.
Like, see, like buying rounds in the pub.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff,
I've noticed
like,
that, you're
People,
like,
people need to
fuck.
be like, oh no, just let me buy a drink. It's my round. Fuck it. Like,
Yeah.
sit down. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't like people spending money on me because I don't know. So it's the same with Christmas, and it always has been. I'm like, you don't need to buy me anything. Like, don't worry about it. Like,
What about yourself, Hugh?
I don't think I'm gonna get in game wise. I think I'll get geek related tab,
Aye.
yeah,
like
the usual kind
pops
of
and stuff like that. I know I'm gonna
Stuff
get
that'll
pops.
go on the shelf. And
It would look
collect
nice and
us.
display your new layout and stuff like
But like, that experiences when you were younger, the excitement you would like, you were waiting on that. You knew you were going to get games. You knew you were going to get a console, and you
Yeah.
could not wait to like open that box.
You'd be like touching the box and like picking it up, and you're like,
Yeah.
this is definitely a
Well,
games console.
I probably should have said this earlier when I was getting gold and Game Boy.
Yeah.
I like see the edge of it looked like a Game Boy box, right?
Yeah.
Like a Game Boy box is pretty distinct. So I'd like scratch the edge of the paper, and I could see like gold coming through because
Yeah.
there's the box there,
Yeah,
right?
the Pokemon
So you
one,
can
yeah.
see the gold coming
Right,
through.
making a shine on it.
Yeah, so I was like, right, fucking yes, I've got Pokemon Gold. Fucking score. Like, that's excitement. I was properly
Yeah,
excited
like,
to get
real
it.
I could
anticipation,
see we were excuse me.
Fucking hell though. Is that a spider?
It's not a spider, I've just eaten it.
Good.
So, we never got a chance to do anything like that because, like, you know, we were always told, oh, you can't be anywhere near the presents and stuff like that because it's unfair. You've all got to get up at the same time.
Catholic family get beaten.
So,
Fucking hell.
so there was the 1 year that we had. There was the 1 year that they said everyone's like, yeah, you're not allowed to do that. Alright, okay, no problem. But they forgot that Emily had got her own room which was down the stairs.
Mm.
So when it came Christmas morning, we all woke up and my wee sister had opened every single present.
Oh, fuck.
Every single one. And my mum was like, "Ah, what are you doing? Why did you open all of them up?" She was like, "Because I wanted to." Like, you just ruined Christmas. I don't
Really?
care. I got to do what I want. And we were all like,
You're really
She was like
painting
four.
Emily in a bad light in this point.
oh, it's hilarious. But she also, like, we had Christmas decorations all in the living room for it, like all decorated in the centre. Like, I don't know if you remember like the Christmas decorations that were quite similar to like your Spider-Man one, but they would be like large snowflakes.
Yeah,
Right.
you'd like
But-
open them up and then they would be like
yeah, like they would keep
origami
going.
type
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
So my mum used to set them up like point to point from the living room, so it'd be each corner, so it'd be four, and it all would be in the middle. for
Right,
it.
in the middle, yeah.
I don't know if you remember Skylanders. I think they were called Sky Dancers or
No,
Sky.
you'd pull the
You
cord
pull it
and
and
then
they
fly.
would fly up. They had a guy version,
Oh,
a girl
yeah,
version,
yeah.
like the wee ones for that. So my wee sister had one of them. She's like, I hate Christmas decorations. She said something ridiculous like that and tried spinning it, and then she just held it up and took down all the decorations. It was like all the decorations were built up to that one point, so when that went down, all the other ones went down, took down the Christmas cards, hit down a mirror and all that, and
This is a real bitch.
yeah, it's hilarious.
It's a Christmas.
It's a Christmas.
She's a Grinch.
I hope she doesn't listen to this because she's actually terrified.
Actually, he's a beast.
I'm going to cut all this out.
just in case.
That was good for that as well.
Well, it's Christmas time, right? And the next holiday after that is New Year.
Ah.
So thanks for keeping everyone right here.
We call him Calendar Man for a reason.
I thought it was Christmas and then Easter and then New Year's, mate.
And I hope to never see these cunts again.
Hey!
For New Year, we're going to have, like, seeing as this is the end of our first year as an actual podcast, we're going to have like an end of year special. Talk about the games that we've played this year, which ones we've enjoyed the most, games of the year, that thing.
Try to do like a top 5, 10.
Top 5 each?
Yeah,
probably a good idea.
We're thinking games of the year, maybe even games of the decade and stuff like that.
Because it's the end of the tens. We call this
tens?
tens?
Yeah.
Because then we go back into 1920s.
And yeah, there's always a 10 around when I'm on the podcast.
Because we're all going to have perfect vision as well.
I'm trying to think of something like insult tens, insult tens.
Yeah, it's well past it now, mate.
I don't know. So
just like you.
You just said that.
You just beat me.
So we're going to do like the game of the decade, console of the decade.
It's going to be tough because like when I was looking through it, we were just like, wow, like.
There's a lot more than you think of. Like, you forget about a lot of things, and then until you see them on a list, and you're like, oh fuck, that came out this year, or this decade.
Try and think of some kind of format. We might go year to year and try and like work it out.
Yeah, maybe do like 2010, 2011, 2012, and do it that way. And then have probably best of. We'll try doing that, but we'll obviously organise that and let you guys know, or we even ask you probably on Instagram.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. We're gonna open it up to.
We'll do a wee poll maybe.
Input from listeners. So. Get making a list, guys. Because
I'm checking it twice.
I was thinking about my like top 5, and a lot of the games are biased to this side of the decade.
Of course.
Because it's the ones most recent in my memory.
Also, they get more advanced and
yeah.
Not that makes a better game, but
yeah.
So I need to look back.
This is all stuff we can talk about in the next one.
So we need to look back between 2010, because the Xbox 360 and PS3 and that were still relevant at the beginning of this decade.
And they've got some good games.
Yeah.
Some great games.
So probably look out for that maybe between Christmas and New Year if we can get time off work.
Yeah, it's like everyone knows, like, you know, when you're working hard as us.
Used to work retail. Happily I don't.
Yeah.
So it's hard at this time of year to try and get some time off, even in a couple of hours to record.
Yeah. But I had fun today, did you?
Yeah, we had a lot of fun recording this.
That was good. Yeah.
If you want to contact us in any way, there is several ways to do it. Hamish, do you know which way?
Well, I mean, you could always contact us on the Instagram. That's probably the most easiest one for everyone. So that'll be at patchusinofficial.
Is that the only one you can remember?
No, the Twitter's at patchusin. Twitch.tv/patchusingaming. You can email us patchusinofficial@gmail.com, or you can check the website. There's a wee contact form on that, patchusin.com.
Excellent. Thank God I convinced you to say all that there.
We've also got like our podcast is going to go up on youtube.com/patchusin, and it's also on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and all other podcast services.
Yeah, and we're going to be quite sporadic with our Instagram posts. Maybe even a YouTube video before the end of the year.
And then we'll get demonetised.
Then we'll complain about that on our first podcast for the next year.
It's 2020, fuck YouTube.
So we'll open a Patreon and like let our families put money into it.
50 pence each.
Yeah.
Oh man, we'll at least get like a free quid from me.
That was a good night. I'm going to check to see if I had anything else written down.
No problem.
Nope. I've actually just got written in here banter.
You put that right there.
I could pretty much just be the notes for the entire fucking thing.
Put that right there. I've all just got written down banter.
How lazy is that though? Like, banter.
Aye.
Right. Alright guys, that's the end of our Christmas special podcast. That's a goodbye from Hamish.
Bye everyone, and have a great Christmas.
And goodbye from Dominic.
Have a very good Christmas, guys.
That's a goodbye from me, Hugh.
Just, you had to say very good. I just said good. Dom has to upstage me. A very good Christmas.
We're finished.
Have a great, awesome, amazing Christmas, everyone.
I'm cutting that out.
Have an average Christmas.
Rude.